Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, family. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Mashiach Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah Hallelujah. What's up, family? How y'all doing? Huh? I know y'all be like, where y'all key been? I'm back. I've been getting together these metaphysical courses and getting together. I'm finna start teaching herbalism to show people how they can do theirs. So I just been doing a lot of things, y'all. So forgive me for my absence, but I am back. It's gonna be like that till November 16th, though, because I gotta get all these courses ready for y'all, of course. But look, hey, check out what I got for this Shabbat lesson. It's called Unlocking Immortality, Demonic Puppet Masters. Unlocking Immortality, Demonic Puppet Masters. We finna, well, most high willing, because I'm finna show y'all some new stuff, some very new stuff. It ain't new to the ancient ones, but it will be kind of new to y'all. So I need y'all to be open-minded with this information, and we're gonna pull it through all the scriptures, and we're gonna bring everything together as a collective conscious, and we're gonna eat real good today. Let me check y'all, see who all in the building. See what y'all got going on here. Shabbat Shalom, Iris Stephan. Shabbat Shalom out of the Mud Watchman. Ale is good. Yasharah, Shabbat Shalom. Look at Joy in the building. Shabbat Shalom. Naomi, Shabbat Shalom. Obadiah, Shabbat Shalom. I'll push in the building. What's up with the Hebrew? Ginger Lily. Tootie in the building. You've been a stranger. Man, I ain't been no stranger. I just been ducked off. I got so much going on. And then I've been getting the herbs together. You see what I'm saying? And getting the herbs together for y'all. I'm starting to teach a herbal class to teach y'all how to heal y'all cells, and then I'm doing the biblical metaphysical Hebrew classes, and that really take a lot of time too, because everything is going to be put in a perspective where it's like a university. You know what I'm saying? It's called Melchizedek Mystery Arts. So it's actually an online school where you go to and you learn all these mysteries and get deep into them. So I just been ducked off handling the business. You know what I'm saying? Mally called me today. Hey man, you ain't taught a lesson in the whole month of October, brother. I'm like, hey, work getting done. It's just behind the scenes. But look, I'm back at it. We're gonna wait till a few more people gonna climb up in this room, and then we're gonna get started. Joseph Hurd, Shabbat Shalom. Kanukiya, Shabbat Shalom. AZ Azariah, what's up with my brother? Shabbat Shalom. How y'all feeling? How y'all been doing? How y'all been feeling? Where y'all been at? Everybody been hitting me up in my inboxes. Everything okay? I'm like, I'm just working. That's it. Unlocking Immortality, Demonic Puppet Masters. What is y'all keep finna talk about today? Yeah, we got a whole little presentation. We're gonna get off into a couple other books, but we finna talk about some things though. A few more people. Edda, Shalom, Queen. How you doing? All right, look, we're gonna go and get started. First off, though, Shabbat Shalom to the kings and queens, the gods and goddesses. So I need y'all to be open-minded with this information. We're gonna go through all the scriptures, and I'm gonna show y'all how to look at reality and how to look at this universal principle from a higher perspective. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be kind of different, but just keep y'all ears open and hear the whole matter before y'all come to your own conclusion. And we're gonna get to what's really happening behind the scenes and exactly what's going on inside of what we call Earth, or in this so-called body. So that's what we're gonna get to. Let's get it. All right, so look, I want to start this off in the book of Job. In the book of Job, chapter 9. The book of Job, chapter 9. Remember, this is called Unlocking Immortality. So to unlock immortality, that means we seeking eternal bodies. That means we seeking to live forever. Then it's called demonic puppet masters. Well, a puppet master is somebody that controls strings, and who's ever under these strings are the ones who enslave, the ones that's under illusion. But it's a demonic puppet master. A demon or a demonic person is actually a dark, low thought form. Somebody that wants you in prison. It's actually artificial intelligence, to keep it real. And we're going to get into all of that and show how, man, we are literally in a simulation. We are literally into the matrix, and our body is hardwired through our DNA. And this is how they get into us. And they put us under this whole illusion due to the sin that happened in the garden when Adam and Eve fell. And that's what we under until we get back to the image of the Most High and we get back to seeing like we used to see, because our eyes have been biohacked. We don't see like we used to see. We don't smell like we used to smell. We don't feel how we used to feel. Everything that happened with our senses have now been used against us to keep us enslaved and to not free us and unlock us from this fake reality that we think is real. And what's crazy is when you get into scriptures, this is all Hamashiach been trying to teach us. This is the freedom that he was trying to talk about when he said the truth shall set you free. Well, set you free from what? It is set you free from the demonic puppet master. It actually severs the strings that's connected to me and you, that's keeping us in this illusion, that's keeping us inside of ourselves and not beyond. You are more than your body. See, the demon have you believing your body really exists when it don't. You are mind. You are thought form. You are all. You are part of divinity. You are the part of the whole puzzle. You are part of the divine Yod Hey Wahey, which consists of masculine and feminine entities, if I might add. You are part of that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't really know that because you're stuck in your hardware. You're stuck in the vehicle. You're not the vehicle, you the driver. And that's what I really want to get into. So if y'all ready to get this lesson started and eat real good today and start seeing scriptures from a different perspective, then type in some nines for me. Type in some nines, family. Shabbat shalom. 0. Oh, what up? Oh, Obadiah, Ben Israel. Sounds deep, King. Yeah, we finna get into it. Stress, anger, depression, low self-esteem. We finna talk about all of that. And it's amazing how scriptures really unfold. Yes. And I should have actually named this the spiritual matrix to be exactly right with you, Obadiah, because that's what we finna go through. And we're gonna go through scientific evidence and facts to prove that we're literally locked down in the string theory of numbers and theories called the matrix. All this is perception, and we have bought into this perception. We have bought into this illusion, and you are not your body. You are literally projecting through this body. And I know I say this a lot and it sounds crazy, but I'm finna prove all of this with the science and with these books. And it's amazing when you really come to the understanding of this, because this means that you can start having the ability to operate up out of the matrix or up out of what we call the simulation. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you get into Genesis 3 and it says their eyes were open. Well, if their eyes were open, then what were they before their eyes was open? Was they under a different program? Remember, it says that they looked at themselves and they were naked, but they were not ashamed. Like once you really start getting into these Hebrew words, you'll start seeing that Yod Hey Wahey deals with codes and frequencies and programs. We have been put under a different program because Adam and Eve let a virus through the first software, per se. And that virus was what we call a parasitic virus, or what we call Hashatan, Satan, who moved through who? Who moved through who? Nakash, or what we call the serpent. Like once you really put this in perspective, you will see exactly how the anatomy of your body lines up with what I'm talking about, and how to free yourself from this vehicle and actually control the vehicle, and the vehicle is not controlling you, because you are thought, you are mind, you are not the vehicle. See what I'm saying? All right, so let's get it. So I'm finna flip my screen for y'all real fast. Let me see. Let me flip it. Present to everyone. All right, let me know when y'all see the screen, family. Let me duck this off to the side. What do I want to get into right now? I don't need this either. I need this. Forgotten books. Let me add another link real quick, family. Give me 1 second. Right here. All right, I'm pulling up this Blue Letter Bible. Can y'all see everything that's going on my screens? Type in some 7s. Shabbat Shalom, my queen. Aniyah Bat Israel in the building. Bro, Corey, what up, Corey? How you feeling? Who else we got in this deal? Chantel, shalom. All right, so y'all see everything. Y'all see the Blue Letter Bible? So let's get to it. Look, this lesson is amazing. Unlocking immortality, demonic puppet masters. Hey, wait till y'all see how these scriptures unfold, though. It blew my mind as well. So we're going to start this off in the book of Job. Make sure y'all got y'all pens and y'all pads ready, because I'm going to need for y'all to be writing this stuff down. That way y'all can go back through and y'all can keep up. Now, since this is a specific type of new information, I'm gonna slow it down for y'all. And if y'all have any questions while we in the lessons, go on, stop me right then and there, for we can get some full understanding and some overstanding and understanding before we keep going, because there's no point in me teaching this lesson and y'all is like, what the hell is y'all keep talking about? All right, so we're gonna start this off in the book of Job, chapter 9. All right. And I want to start it at verse 24, because we talking about demonic strongholds. So we have to see what these demonic strongholds are. So when you get into verse 24, it says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? You see this? Let's read this again. It says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Now, we know what earth is. We think that we exist inside of something called earth, right? That's what we come to know. That's what we come to think. Now, whatever we so-called earth, and the reason why I'm saying so-called earth, because we're going to show scriptures and we're going to show something that all of this is an illusion. Yes, it's something outside of our perception that is real. Of course it is. But what are we seeing? What is really out there? Are we really seeing external matter? Or we're seeing something that our electric neuron transmitters is basically decoding, and then we making an educated guess of what it is? Because when you read after the fall, when Adam and Eve got coats of skin, yes, they had coats of skin because they were in different etheric bodies before they sinned. He changed their eyesight too. And we're going to read this, y'all. We're going to read this. And now you will see why you see everything so emotional. You always in the emotional state of your being. You see everything negative, or you see everything like it's playful or something's funny. You will see these outlooks that we take on life is not even real perspectives. Like, yes, it's all frequencies. That's all it is. And we finna prove that today. So look, it says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Now, when you actually click on this Job, it's going to get you to the interlinear. Now, we see earth is Eretz. Let's get to actual wicked. Wicked is the Hebrews Concordance 7563. I got my mouse on it. And it is Rasha. Let's look up Rasha and see what it means. Let's look up Rasha and see what it means, family. All right. So the Hebrew Concordance H7563 is Rasha. That's a resh, a shin, and a ayan. A resh, shin, and ayan. We're going to break that Hebrew down in a minute too, because it'll blow your mind what it means. Because I'm constantly talking about the simulation, the matrix, these demonic puppet masters in your eyes. See, this is the whole point of being blind or groping around in noonday, being blind to the truth, being in darkness, unable to see the light. And this is what wicked really means. All right, it says Rashad. It says wicked, criminal, guilty one guilty of crime, wicked, hostile to God, wicked, guilty of sin against God or man. The Strong's definition says Rashad or Rashad. It says morally wrong, concretely, and actively bad person. Condemned. See that? The wicked is already condemned, y'all. Condemned, guilty, ungodly, wicked, man that did wrong. You can even see this when you get into the Mesopotamian Chaldean text or the lexicon, wicked, unrighteous, and then it gives you all of that as well. And it even goes back to the Akkadian tongue. See, all this root word go back to the Phoenician language, which the Hebrew language actually stemmed from. Now check this out. When you actually go back to the Hebrew words, we know that resh, which is ra, means head. Okay? Now, shin, which is shah in Hebrew, which is the second word I'm pointing at that my mouse is on, this actually means to destroy. You see that? Now, the last word of the word wicked in Hebrew, which is rasha, is ayan. Ayan means eye. So if we read the word wicked and we translate it to Hebrew, it is rasha. Rasha is resh, which means the head, right? The head, the mind. Now we actually see shin means to destroy, and then ayan means eye. So it's the head or the hierarchy that destroys the eye. What is it destroying the eye from? It changes your whole perspective of seeing. We used to see righteousness, now all we see is wicked. We used to have a righteous outlook on life in plurality and duality and singularity. Now we have a wicked outlook. Everything we think about is negative. Everything we think about is wicked. Why is that? What is this electrical thought form that's actually controlling our senses and making us do this? Because in the book of Adam and Eve, before they was kicked out of the garden, they were righteous beings. They was righteous beings. If we got some understanding before we keep going so far, type in some nines. Because this is where it's going to go deep at. Because now we look up the word wicked and we see wicked means to actually when the head destroys the eyes. So this lets you know that pride destroys all. Now my whole question is this. Why did Eve want all that knowledge in the garden? And why, when they actually got the knowledge, it says that their eyes were open? Now, if their eyes had just became open to actually observing their own awareness, then what was they before that? Was they under another program? Huh? See, this is what we have to understand. Your brain is nothing but a computer simulation. It is a program. Your liver literally grounds your brain. Your third eye produces something called carbon. This is an organic principle. Your pituitary gland produces zinc and copper. Okay, your stomach is full of acids and amino acids. When you put all three of these together, plus your blood that carries the ion, this creates electricity or electrical current. You are literally a walking software, a walking program. What program was Adam and Eve under before they sinned in the garden? And my whole thing is program needs codes. Who is the code writer? Who is the code writer? It's supposed to be Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh, who we call Yahweh. But once we fell from our etheric bodies and he gave the earth into the hands of these demonic puppet masters, into the hands of the wicked, now they write codes. You see that? Now they write codes and write simulations. Now they put their own twists and spins on programs. And I'm finna show y'all. Now check this out. Let's go back. I think I'm not to do this right. Let's see. Did I do it right? Let me do it like this. Let's go back, family. Go back to quick nav, Job chapter 9. We're going to go and read this out, and then we're going to go and get into this lesson. Back to chapter 24, and it says that the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Now we know the wicked is the haughty ones or the prideful ones, these first estates, and they destroy the eyes of men. So they have us seeing in illusions, and we can't see exactly what's really out there. All we see is an interpretation of what the electrical impulses do to our brains through our five senses. Only reason why y'all think Yaqui is real is because y'all hear Yaqui, or what we call Yaqui voice. Only reason why you think Yaqui is real is because you see Yaqui from the senses. That is electrical currents going from the back of your retinas to the back of your mind. Only reason why you think you exist is because you can feel your phone and your computer screen that you're looking at. All of these are through five sensory senses and electrical impulses. If I took away all your senses, if I took away basically what your eyes see and what your ears hear and what your nose smell and what your tongue touch and what your hands can feel, what would you be? Huh? Would you not be alive? We know that you would be alive, but what would you be? What state of mind you would be in? You will be beyond the physical at this point. But there is really nothing physical, and that's what I'm trying to teach y'all today. All of this is an illusion. All of it. And we gonna prove this through scripture. It says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Now my days are swifter than a post. They flee away. They see no good. You see that? They see no good. They are passed away with a swift ship, as the eagle that hastens to the prey. If I say I will forget my complaint, I will leave off my heaviness and comfort myself. I am afraid of my sorrows. I know that thou wilt not hold my innocent. If I be wicked, check this out, y'all. If I be wicked, why then labor I in vain? If I wash myself with snow water and make my hands never so clean, yet shall thou plunge me in a ditch, and my own clothes shall abhor me. If he is not a man, as I am, that I should answer him, and we should come together in judgment, neither is there any daysman betwixt us that might lay his hand upon us both. Let him take his rod away from me, and let not his fear terrify me. Then would I speak and not fear him, but it is not so with me. So we see that this earth was given over into the wicked. Well, if the earth was given over into the wicked and you are in the earth, that means the government, govern means to control, ment means mentality or mind. So government, all it means is to control the mind behind these, what we so-called white devils and politicians and presidencies and all of this is actually low frequency demonic thought forms that's controlling everything. These are the demonic puppet masters I'm talking about that control your whole life and your whole program and simulation that you don't even know about. Y'all. So let's get to it. Let's go on and get inside this lesson. We broke down the word wicked and what wicked mean. Is resh, shin, and ayan, which is rasha. Resh means the head, and then shin means to destroy, and then ayan means eyes. So the head, or the first estate that destroyed the eyes of men. We finna talk about it. So I want to go back to the book of Genesis because all things start in the book of Generations. And we'll see what actually took place here. So let's get it. Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 3. Let me know when y'all get there. Type in some sevens, family. That way we can get this on. Yeah, government, our mentality. Govern. Govern means to control. Mentality means mind. Just like enlightenment. To be enlightened in light. That means a light is somewhere inside of you. Meant is inside of your mind. The light of your mind. Matthew 6, which is what we're going to get to. We in Genesis 3, family. Let's go and get this started. Type in y'all sevens when y'all get there. Get it going. All right, I see you got a couple in. Okay, let's get it. Let's get some understanding and overstanding. All right, it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God have made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, have God said, ye shall not eat of every tree in the garden. You see this? So he automatically coming back to Eve with what Yod-Hey, Wah-Hey had encoded inside of her DNA. You see that? And which is, do what I tell you to do. Now look, verse 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of every fruit of the trees in the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for God doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. This is very interesting right here. Verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and that the tree be desired to make one wise, So this is what I'm saying. Before she ate of the tree, was they wise? This is questions you have to start asking yourself. And then we're going to get into basically the whole thing about a baby. A baby is innocent. The reason why the baby is innocent, because at this point in particular time, he knows no wrong. He is naked and he's not ashamed because he don't know what self is. Self is soulish, it's selfish. This is where we start taking responsibility, and this is where your soul actually becomes collateral for what you do in the body. See, this is what Christ was trying to teach us, to be back like little babes. Be back innocent. You see that? Be back innocent. Because the moment that you say I, and the moment that you realize what you're doing, you immediately take responsibility for it. You see? So this is the whole point that he's talking about here, to make one wise. She wanted to be wise because that pride was in her. She wanted to be like God. It says she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and they did eat, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. Now, the reason why I wanted to go to this particular verse, because it said that the eyes of them were open. What does that mean? So this mean that their eyes was closed to a certain amount of information before, right? We can't say that this mean anything else other than that, because we just read it. So it was a certain information that wasn't privy to them. Now that they ate of this fruit and this tree in the midst of the garden, now they privy to certain information, and they realize that, dang, the whole time we was under program. Now, was that program good? Yes, it was. It was blissful. It was perfect. It was righteous. It wasn't no corruption in it. Huh? It wasn't any corruption in it. See, when he first started out creation, why it took both. I don't get you, bro, Corey. You have to re-ask that question before I can actually understand what you asking. So, like, we have to see, like, we had did a lesson called The World Before Adam and Eve. And the world before Adam and Eve was chaotic. It was chaos. It was wars in heavens and all of that. So when Christ came down here and remade everything, he rewritten the code. So he had them inside of this perfect tranquility that we call the Garden of Eden. Well, beyond these walls of the Garden of Eden was disaster, tohu and bohu, obscurity, the abyss. You read about this in Genesis 1:1. So in this program and in this simulation, Adam and Eve didn't know anything about that. They had instructions after destructions was to go forth, be fruitful, and multiply. Well, the moment she wanted to become wise, she became wise of all of this, and she realized that she was in a simulation up under this godly principle and program from the get-go. So as soon as her eyes was open, she knew good and evil. She's like, oh man, I might as well stayed sleep. I might as well stayed in this garden. I might as well stayed inside of this righteous perspective that I had on life. See that? Now let's see about these eyes that were open. This is what's gonna blow y'all mind. So this is the forgotten books of Eden. Okay, the forgotten books of Eden. It says Adam limits and change conditions. Adam and Eve enter into the cave of treasures. Let me know if y'all can see my screen. I'm gonna blow this up a little bit for y'all, but y'all can see this, because this is gonna get back to these eyes. Now it might sound a little fragmented right now, but once we start going through these scriptures and this presentation get open, y'all can be able to bring everything together and see exactly what I'm talking about. Was her eyes open when she ate without him eating? Yeah, yes, it was. Her eyes was open, and then when her eyes became open, she wanted Adam to become open to the same thing. So she brought this same type of knowledge and doctrine. That's what the fruit was. It was seeds planted. It was thought forms, and that's what we're gonna get into. She brought this same thing to her husband, and then he became woke as well. And then they realized that they were naked. They realized that they were in shame. You see this? So this whole perspective that I'm teaching y'all now, let's look at this as an artificial intelligent perspective. Let's look at this like frequencies and programs. That way, when we actually get inside of this presentation, y'all will see exactly what I'm talking about. Type in y'all sevens once y'all get, tell me, let me know that y'all see this screen before we can get this started. I blew it up for y'all, so type in some sevens and we can read. And before we keep going, is anybody confused so far? If anybody confused, go ahead and let me know now, for we can go and hash it out real quick and keep it moving. Because it's finna get very deep into this lesson, and I want y'all, we got to pick it up baby step by baby steps till we get to the adult, because it's finna start getting real complex. So if we got some understanding and overstanding and understanding so far, type in some nines. Type in some nines for me. Okay, the screen look good. All praises, all praises. They lost their bright nature. Exactly. They didn't only lose their bright nature, they was put into bondage right after that. And bondage was these bodies that we in. And it's gonna blow your mind when we read it. Blow it up a bit more. I got you. I can blow it up a little bit more. That's better for y'all. Can y'all read that? Okay, let's get it. Okay, it says, but Adam and Eve wept for having come out of the garden, their first abode. And indeed, when Adam looked at his flesh, you see this? We're going to read this in Genesis chapter 3, verse 21. He gave Adam and Eve coats of skin. That's what the scriptures say. You see that? Now check. It says, so why it took both to become known that they were naked. We're going to get into that. I'm glad you said this is the whole point. Look, we finna read into that now because both of their eyes had to change. We finna see this. Look, check this out. Let's read it. It says, but Adam and Eve wept for having come out of the garden, their first abode. And indeed, when Adam looked at his flesh that was altered, see, his flesh was altered because of corruptible sin. That his flesh was altered. He wept bitterly, he and Eve, over what they had done. And they walked and went gently down into the cave of treasures. It's finna get deep. Yes, wicked people equals demons. Lost their spiritual covering of Yah. Exactly. Verse 3. And as they came to it, Adam wept over himself and said to Eve, look at this cave that is to be our prison in this world and a place of punishment. You see that? This world we in is a prison because it don't exist. It only exists through electrical impulses that you have believed it is real. This is not real at all. So see, Eve had sex with Satan in her spiritual body. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. It said, verse 4, what is it compared to with the garden? What is the narrowness compared to with the space of the others? What is this rock by the side of the groves? What is the gloom of this cavern compared with the light of the garden? What is this overhanging ledge of rock to shelter us compared with the mercy of Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh that overshadowed us? That was a question. What is this soil and this cave compared to with the garden land, this earth stewed with stones and that plant with delicious fruit trees? Now peep this, y'all, verse 8 in particular. It says, and Adam said to Eve, look at thy eyes. Ooh, here it go. Look at thy eyes and at mine, which aforehand beheld angels in heaven. So they used to be able to see inside of the heavens, y'all. It says beforehand beheld the angels in heaven, praising, and they do too without ceasing. But now we do not see as we did. Y'all see that? So once Adam and Eve sinned, he gave them new bodies to fit inside of this simulation, and he changed their eyes. So now they don't see as they did, and their bodies are totally different. We relying on crazy bodies, y'all. We actually think that these bodies are real, and they not. We actually think what we seeing is real when it's not. We're an illusion due to sin. And how you free yourself from this matrix is by putting on the fruits of the spirits and keeping the commandments that Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh gave him in the beginning. But we gonna talk about it. Let's read this again. It says in Adam, verse 8 again, Adam said to Eve, look at thy eyes and at mine, which afore beheld angels in heaven, praising, and they too without ceasing. But now we do not see as we did. Our eyes have become flesh. Y'all see that? Our eyes have become flesh. If y'all reading the same thing I'm reading here, with my cursive mark of it right now, type in some 9s. That way y'all can't say y'all kids making up none of this. All come in the flesh, which is the penalty of the crime. A corner program, a dual state of motion. Who is this? BTS Records label. Boy, hey, you own something there, Hebrew. And that's exactly what this lesson is about. But see, we're going to get into the science of this. We're going to get into the quantum physics of this. String theory. Look, it's so much. Y'all see all these tabs I got pulled up. We in for a lesson today. When we get off of this line today, y'all going to know exactly what's going on. This is finna change your whole perspective on reality. We barely even scratching the surface right now. This is building up to something big, y'all. All right, let's read that. It says, but now we do not see as we did. Our eyes have become flesh. They cannot see in like manner as they saw before. See, first they were seeing with their third eye that we're going to speak about in Matthew. Now they see with these two eyes. You see this? Huh? He say, who was this? Right. Exactly, Queen. Exactly. Right. He like, hold on. He said, look at my eyes and look at yours. Look at my eyes and look at yours. He like, what is going on here? This chapter 11, y'all. Chapter 11. All right, now check this out, family, because it's finna get deeper. Verse 8 again, it says, and Adam said to Eve, look at thy eyes and at mine, which afore beheld angels in heaven, praising, and they too without ceasing. But now we do not see as we did. Our eyes have become of flesh. They cannot see in like manner as they saw before. Adam said again to Eve, what is our body today? He's going back to the body, y'all. What is these bodies today? What is our eyes? This is a simulation program. You think that you're depressed. You think that everything is going bad in your life. This is all happening because of demonic puppet masters, y'all. I'm telling you, this don't even really exist. You exist outside of these. You're just perceiving. You're projecting through these bodies, living out a prison sentence. Huh? And if you get good behavior, when you get out of this simulation, your program will go back to the Garden of Eden. It talks about this all throughout Scripture. We just become so literal when it comes to Scripture. We don't be peeping none of the metaphysical, spiritual meanings and teachings of Torah when this is a spiritual book. I'm in the forgotten books of Eden, y'all. All right. It says, verse 10 again, Adam said again to Eve, what is our body today compared to what is the former days when we dwelt in the garden, showing you that they had different bodies. After this, Adam did not like to enter the cave under the overhanging rock, nor would he ever had entered it, but he bowed to Yod-Heh-Wah's orders and said to himself, unless I enter the cave, I shall again be a transgressor. So we see that these physical bodies we're in is a prison sentence, y'all. You see that? But we can get off of good behavior. We can get off of good behavior. Now, look, let's go back into this Genesis 3, because now it's going to make a lot more sense to y'all. It's going to make a lot more sense. Let me get back up here. All right, back into Genesis 3. All right. Now, where I'm at. We're going to start this off in Genesis 3. I blew this up for y'all as well, family. We're going to start this off in Genesis 3, and I'm going to start back at verse. I'm going to start back at verse 6. Type in y'all nines when y'all get there. We can keep going. Type in y'all nines when y'all get there. Yeah, you can grab this book from off of Amazon for about like $16, I believe. For like $16. Yes, we back in the Bible. We in the King James Version Bible. I'm in Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. Now y'all finna see what these coats of skin was actually talking about. Hosea, what up with it, big bruh? We just walking down a sentence trying to get back to Eden. Our prison back to the real world. All praises, young gunner. You sure right, big brother. That's all this is. But we get caught in this illusion. You know, people like, you know what I'm saying? I did time in prison. They call it crashing out. It's when you are going through so much while you in this solitude place, knowing that you committed the crime, but you doing the time for it, you wig out and you start complaining about all the stuff that's happening. Did you forgot that you was a sinner? Did you forgot your forefathers and foremothers put a curse on you? So we always complaining about how bad it is. And it's like you're serving a prison sentence. This is not even real. It's a movie, y'all. If anybody can recollect this movie, please put it in the comment board. But basically, she had created this type of potion that will take you inside of your mind and unlock new portals of your mind for you can experience different realms. Well, the puppet masters, the demonic government had got a hold of these potions and they wanted her to create a prison simulation. So whenever you get in trouble, they will induce you with this drug and it'll put you in prison for 20 years. You would feel like it was 20 years, but you was only in prison for 2 minutes. This is kind of what we're in, y'all. And I'm finna show this. We're literally in the matrix for real. I am not, man, look, I'm not playing with y'all at all. It sounds crazy, but this is real. This is real. This is very, very real. Now check this out. It says, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes and the tree to be desired to make one wise. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also to her husband with her, and he did eat. Verse 7. And that it says, in the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, meaning they did not know their nakedness and shame before, because their eyes were totally different, y'all. That's the reason why they had to leave a program to a different program, because their bodies wasn't suitable enough, because they asked, you can't stain righteous ground. You can't be a parasitic inside of something that's healthy that we call the Garden of Eden. So they had to leave. And they sewed fig trees together and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves in the presence of Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh God amongst the trees of the garden. And the Lord God called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldst not eat? And the man said, the woman who thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And the Lord God said unto the woman, what is this that thou have done? You see how crazy this was? You see how crazy this was? Look, this was so complex. Even Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh say, why did you do this? Now your eyes are open and you're able to see beyond this paradise illusion, this program, this perfect program that Christ have written and created for you. Now you see this whole simulation. Now you see the wicked. Now you see the wicked. Now the fight have become real. I was fighting all your battles before. Now you got to fight this battle yourself. That's why when he kicked them up out of this program, or what I call the Garden of Eden, he told them, unless you take forth and stretch your hands and eat from the tree of life, and keep the commandments, you can't even taste immortality. And he put that seraphim and that cherubim in front of the tree of life to guard it with a flaming sword. See, so now it's hard to get back into this paradigm, this paradise. You see that? Now check this out. And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou have done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and thou dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman. Now notice who he's putting enmity between. He's talking to Satan, the serpent seed, and the woman seed. Now, this serpent seed, if y'all haven't heard, I'm going to go out and say it because I got another lesson coming back next. They're called reptilians, y'all. Reptilians. Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but it is what it is. We too late in this hour to be trying to hide stuff because we're afraid that the mass is going to take it differently and wrong. Look, those that's here for this truth is going to hear this truth. And these are the facts of the matter. Okay? This is what y'all keep speak on. If y'all want dumbed down teachings, I'm not going to even call them dumbed down, but teachings that are not of this type, then it's many teachers out here that teach this type of stuff. But I'm going to talk about the real. These are called reptilians. Reptilian bloodlines still exist. They call them the 13 royal bloodlines. Well, guess what these tie back into? They tie back into England, Britain, the Rothschilds, and all these other entities that you think is actually human beings, but is being controlled by the puppet master, which is controlling you in the simulation. This is what this whole banking system is about. This is what this whole AI, artificial intelligence, is about. This is the mark of the beast. Y'all not even seeing it. What is the beast? What is his image? His image is what? The number and score of 666. 6 protons, 60 neutrons, 6 electrons, what makes up the carbon man. It's transhumanism, y'all. It's them trying to biohack our mainframe and to keep us in the simulation. Y'all don't see that? They're trying to literally turn us into computers. They already got our 5 senses acting like it. They trying to biohack your spirit and make that transhumanism. That's the mark of the beast. It's too many things leading towards this, y'all. And when in further classes, we can get deeper into that. But first, let's chew this pill right here because it gets deep. Verse 16, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and conception. And sorrow that thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns and thistles shall be brought forth to thee, and thou shalt eat of the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shall eat, in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return into the ground, for out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. It's getting deep, y'all. And Adam called his wife named Eve, because she was the mother of all living. Unto Adam also, unto his wife, did the Lord God make coats of skin and clothe them. Now we see what these coats of skin was. He put them into different bodies, family. He put them into different bodies. Well, this body that we're in is literally a prison term. Yes, it is. And it really don't even exist. And it's going to blow your mind when we get to the presentation. It says, and the Lord God said, behold, the man hath, now this is another dagger. And the Lord God said, behold, the man hath become one of us. One of us. Yod Hey Wah speaking this. So what was Adam and Eve before they became like Yod Hey Wah? Why don't nobody ask this question? Huh? Yes, he gave us coats of skin and sent us to earth. And the Lord God said, behold, the man has become like one of us to know good and evil, because evil had been present, but they didn't know nothing about evil being present because they was in the garden when they was in a time of prayer, and Adam was on the east side and the angels had went up to pray with Yod Hey Wah. Satan had put himself inside of this serpent, this enchanter, which is not a snake, by the way. It's called Nakash. It's not a snake, by the way. It's not a snake. This is an actually living light being entity called a reptilian that been around since the beginning of times. Earth been existing since forever. Huh? You talking about the new heavens and the new earth that's just been existing for 6,000 years. And guess what? He's going to destroy this one and do another one again. This is a continual cycle, y'all. This is what the matrix means. It's an evolutional cycle. You see what I'm saying? Now look, and God said, behold, the man hath become like as one of us to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore, the Lord God sent him from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken. So he drove out man, and he placed at east of the Garden of Eden cherubims. Cherubims means angels, y'all. Cherubims, and they got swords, and they will what? They will cut you up. And angels, in another word, is angles of light. Yes, an angel or an angle. An angle of light is an angel. Remember, nothing exists but frequency, wave matters, quantum, vibrations. We gonna get to it though. All this can be broken down in the anatomy of your body. So all I'm doing is showing y'all a different perspective. Yes, this did happen physically, but there's a spiritual side of it too. There's a quantum side of this stuff too. We always want to speak about the literal body. You have another body, y'all. Why we don't never talk about that? We fail to mention these other bodies we got. Oh, because you have been controlled by the demonic puppet master. Your body is attached to the ends of these strings, and each of these strings are your senses that's getting tricked and played with and getting deceived all the time. That's why he is called Satan, Hashatan, the devil, which means deceiver. Huh? And it says, and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. Now, I want to get into this lesson, y'all. So let me bag this out real quick. Bang, let me slide that to the side. Make sure I got all my stuff here. Grab that too. You're going to come up here also. I don't want to be tripping like I was last time. All right, now let me know if y'all can see this screen. I'm on Unlocking Immortality presentation. I ain't had time to put it all the way together, so I screenshotted some things and I'm finna show y'all. Let me know if y'all see the screen. Type in y'all 9. Let's get into this presentation because it's finna get deep. Let's get it. Let's get it, family. If y'all got some understanding, some overstanding, and some understanding thus far, type in some nines for me. Again, it's called Unlocking Immortality. Demonic puppet masters. We are the body of, yes, we are. We finna show it. Physically and spiritually. Because physical don't exist, y'all. It does not exist. All right, this is a statement, y'all, by a good scientist. It says statements of some scientists posing that man is an image. Remember he said, let us create man in our image and after our likeness. Everything is experienced. Everything experienced is temporary and deceptive. It says in this universe is a shadow. It seems to be proven by science in our day. We finna prove this. So everything that we see is nothing but a shadow. A shadow is not the real thing. You're literally thinking it's the real thing when it's not. Check this out. Check it out, y'all. Let me how I get up out of this. Let me get up out of this one. This is what I want to show y'all. We finna get into the actual eye. So how do we see, y'all? How do we see? A lot of people think that we actually are looking out and we are visualizing what we're looking out at. But I'm here to tell you that everything only exists inside of your mind, and the picture you're looking at is in the back of your brain. We're going to prove this with science. Y'all can Google this if y'all want to. I have no reason to sit up here and lie to y'all. I have no ulterior motive. I get no gain from this. I don't get paid for doing this or none of this. So I'm not going to sit up here and just feed y'all bull crap. When you looking, y'all looking at the computer screen, y'all looking at me, right? No, y'all not. Y'all are actually receiving frequency or light phytocodes or phytons from an object, and it sends a electrical neuromelanin transmitter signal to the back of your mind. And that's where you project your image at. You never look out, you always look in. These are facts. Let's prove it. So how do we see? Let's get into this, y'all. Let's get into how do we see. I'm curious. Now, this is your actual eye. Yes, you see upside down. Hey, look, Corey, don't spoil it, man. Don't spoil it for him. I thought the trees were angels in the Garden of Eden in another realm. They were. I did a whole lesson on it. We don't want to get into all of that. We don't want to get into all of that because that's going to be a whole totally different lesson. But yes, it was. Me and Howard, which is Hosea, we did a lesson talking about basically what really happened in the Garden of Eden. We called it the apple deception, and we went over that. So y'all can check that out whenever y'all get a chance. Crazy, I didn't know that. Yes, it's a projector. Look, all of y'all is giving away the nuggets. I'm gonna need y'all to, just let me teach the lesson. I know how it be. You be ready to get the information off, but y'all spoiling it, y'all. Quit spoiling it for the rest of the family. Dang. So this is your eye. Now the eye is the eye looking at grapes, or is the eye perceiving these cups of grapes? So this is how it first start off. Your eyes look out, and every image is upside down, right? Check this out, y'all. Check this out. Now we see that the light is not coming from the eyes. Light can't come from the eyes. You know why? Because your brain is completely in darkness. Your brain is complete. It's no light inside of your brain. Your brain is sitting inside the skull. The skull, there is no light inside of there. Do you see what I'm saying? Huh? Do you Leanne, shalom, Queen. How you doing, big sis? Y'all see what I'm saying? So when you looking at an object, the objects that you're looking at or that you think you're looking at actually emits a phyton wave frequency to you. It connects to a band called a bandwidth, right? Or what we call the internet. They get the internet from this perspective right here. So say if you look out at a glass can, and soon as you look at this glass can, what happens is the glass can emits a frequency called a photon. The photon goes into your octave lobes, and it connects to something called a neurotransmitter. This neurotransmitter runs itself to the back of your brain, right up under the cerebellum, the cerebrum, right? And then it projects a picture upside down. and you look at the picture right side up and you get the image. Or you really looking at a glass bottle? No, you're not. You don't know what the glass bottle looking at. All you're doing is interpreting electrical impulses in your mind telling you that that's a glass bottle. Huh? That's it. So how do you know that this is an actual glass bottle? How do your eyes know that this is an actual cup of grapes? It doesn't. It makes an educated guess, and it's all in the back of your mind. So what is solid matter? There's no such thing as solid matter. We won't read anything in the Bible that speak on anything about solid matter. Matter doesn't exist. It's all data waves. It's all frequency moving so fast that you think that it's solid. There's no such thing as that. Everything comprises of atoms. Atoms are filled of 88% of nothing. 88% of nothing. Everything is quantum. Your five senses interpreted things like they're solid. Nothing is in solid form. There's no such thing as the body physically dying. All death is when the spirit and the soul leaves and takes his attention off of this frequency. All it is. This is all scripture. Huh? We finna get into it. Look, Christ taught all these things. He just taught them in parables. He taught all these things. Check this out. Not done. And this is what I'm saying. I'm showing y'all a different perspective. So keep y'all minds open, but ask y'all questions. Don't knock it until you can prove me wrong with scriptures. Because I'm finna bring scriptures to all of mine like I've been doing. Now check this out. Let's get to it. This is how you see, family. It's all energy. And all energy is energy and motions. Emotions. All this is about. And this is how the demonic puppet masters actually controls you. Same way NASA claims that they can get images of planet. Data is all it is, bro. I see you've been studying, Corey. All this is. Now, look. You see the light coming into the brain, and then the actual holographic program gets seen inside of the brain. You don't see outside of your mind. Everything exists inside of your mind. Everything. This can't be. What's real? The Matrix. Hey, what he say, Malachi? He was like, what is the difference between real and what's not real? Huh? This is the Matrix. This is an illusion. Huh? You have a spiritual body that's your real body. You have bought into the idea. Look, you have literally brought into the idea that your physical body exists. Huh? You have another body waiting on you. If you keep these 10 universal principles we call laws. If you keep them. See, all this was taught by Melchizedek. All the Melchizedek priests taught this. Huh? Yeah, look, y'all need to rewatch the movie The Matrix. Y'all need to rewatch the movie The Matrix. Look, do you know they actually found the code? Look, check this out. I don't even mean to get off subject real quick. We'll get right back on this, but y'all got me excited, so let's go on to it. Let's go to it real fast. Let me show y'all something. This is mind blowing. Hold on, where I'm at. Is it this one? No, it ain't that one either. Here it go, right here. There it is. Look, check this out. Look, this brother name is James Gates. It's a black man. He's an actual scientist and he's a philosopher. He's into metaphysics, philosophy, all of this. He's one of the best scientists in the world, right? He's a black man. His name James Gates. It says James Gates claims that he found code in the string theory. Does this imply that we live in a simulation? Ooh, we finna get to it. Y'all peep this, family? Look this up, y'all. Type in y'all browser, look up James Gates. He's a black scientist. He cracked the code to reality, to the existence. No bull, y'all. Blew my mind. Check this out. It says, James Gates described his discovery of the error-correcting codes as remarkable. So we have an existence built off error-correcting codes. Well, what was the error? The error was the sin that took place in the Garden of Eden. Once that error code came in, now other thought forms are able to actually integrate and come through our matrix and to control us. This is what we call demons. All demons are is low frequency bandwidths, y'all. This is all about energy. This is all it's about. It says James Gates describes his discoveries of the error correcting codes as remarkable, and that his realization made him feel like we was living in the Matrix as a theoretical physics framed for his work in supergravity, superstring, and supersymmetry theory, and a professor of physics in the University of Maryland. He is a well-respected and highly acclaimed scientist. Now, peep out what he found, y'all. And he found this stuff in y'all DNA as well. We are actually bound to these physical fake bodies through our DNA. And when you break down these bodies, it's nothing but atoms, and atoms consist of nothing but air, y'all. This is what y'all not getting. All that really exists is soul and spirit. Everything else is a byproduct of what the mind creates. Check this out. Demon possession, the mind hack. Yeah, I call it parapsychology, Malachi Maccabee. Parapsychology is a biohack of your mind. Parapsychology. It says the codes he describes are as a class of block linear self-dual error correcting codes, which he found underlining the equation formulated to represent universal functioning. Y'all heard this? Do y'all hear what this is saying, man? Look, so for those that don't get all these big words, this is what he's saying. He's saying that they, in string theory, they took a particle of God, of air, of atoms, and they applied it to a mathematical formulation. And when they did, it consisted of a code number. This is actually the fathom, the existence of reality, of what we call reality. Do you realize what they found? A error correcting code in a number series of 1000 1000 Now, guess what else does this, y'all? Your DNA do this every night you go to sleep. It tries to change its biofield to unlock itself from this matrix. So it'll say NNA or NA, and then it'll change to AAA. So we seeing this error corrector code because our bodies is trying to get back to our spiritual bodies, but it realizes that it's locked into this frequency because we sinned in the garden and he put us in this illusion. Like a computer programming, exactly. Now, if I'm sounding too crazy and I need to slow it down a little bit, let me know. Let me know now, y'all. Type in some nines if y'all get this, and type in some sevens if I need to slow it down and dumb it down and that type of terminology a little bit. Let me know and we can keep going. Nines if y'all get it and keep going. Seven if I need to slow it down. Because I need y'all to get this. Yeah, bro, Corey Yehuda, boy, you own it, man. We need to talk, man, for real, for real. I see you got the mind for it. You already own it. All praises to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shah. Serafina, how you doing, Queen? Thank you for your offering, too. I got everything all hooked up. All praises, all praises. All right, let's get it. Left, shalom, Queen. What's up with you, sis? Okay, 999. No sevens? Yeah, James Gates. Hey, look him up. Look him up, Jeremiah Ban Yisrael. Hey, man, it's deep. And he a black scientist too. He know, man, like he get into it and he broke down the actual quantum of existence. He like, look, it's a code behind there. All that outer space we looking at, it's advanced coding. And it's error correcting coding, meaning something went wrong. And when it went wrong, we opened up this computer simulation for a virus. This virus is called artificial intelligence, or what we call demonic thought forms, or what we call Hashatan himself. No bull. Sounds crazy, but it is what it is. Yes, family. Gray aliens exist. They're called low-dimensional thought form frequencies. Their bodies is made of mercury. They're inorganic artificial intelligence. They're not this biofilm like we are. We are made of carbon. That's an organic mineral. That's carbon. We're carbon beings. You see that? Reptilians exist. They live underground. Project High Jump. Look it up. Project White Sand. Project Blackwater. The government's hiding so much from y'all. Yes, the controller of the mind hiding so much from y'all. But when you read the Bible, it lines up with everything it's talking about. It's talking about reptilians, the serpents, and the serpent have seeds. What? A serpent have seeds? Shapeshifters, because they know how to match frequencies. Look, when you get real deep into this scripture, man, it is mind-blowing. And we worried about Stuff that our five senses is talking about. Look, I'm trying to operate beyond the senses. I ain't got time for earthly matters, for earthly things. Huh? That stuff I ain't heard anybody talk about in a minute. Yes, we got to talk about it, Hebrew law, y'all. We got to talk about it, bro, because this is all going to lead to the mark of the beast. This is why we are lost right now. We are operating in our frequencies and we are scared to talk about things because somebody going to call you crazy. You going to lose donations or you simply don't understand. So you deem it as witchcraft and make people run from it. No, this exists. We hear about reptilians in every scripture in every religion. Huh? We read about serpent seeds in every religion. We read about a classical world flood in every religion. We read about low demonic thought forms in every religion. We battle not against flesh and blood, family. That's what I'm saying. This don't even exist. That's why I can't inherit the kingdom of God. That's why I can't inherit the kingdom of God. Like, do y'all really understand what I'm saying? Let's get it. All right. There's some big words up in here. It says the code he have described or a class of block linear self-dual error correcting codes, which he found underlining the equations formulated to represent universal functionings. It is a happenstance discovery, as his work had nothing to do with looking for such code. You see that? He came across the codes on an accident, family. He came across on an accident. They're trying to harness black matter. Oh, we talking about that too. You talking about CERN, the Hydro Collider. We talking about that too. Yes, the reptilian mind. And guess what you have? You have something called a reptilian brain. Look it up. And it's called fight or flight senses. All they want to do is eat, boo-boo, have sex, and go to sleep and find shelter. It's called the reptilian brain, the reptilian mind. This is artificial intelligence. This is AI. Yes, the Bible been talking about artificial computers since the beginning. If you read from Genesis to Revelation, that's what it's all about. We just, man, like our mind, the way we approach the Bible is so Europeanized, man. It's crazy. And it's even Hebrews that still Negropeans that think they really in their culture and they not. Like, y'all know good and well the Bible wasn't talking about that. It's talking about something totally different. This is a book that's been written from the beginning and knows the end from the beginning. So if it knows the end from the beginning, and now we're seeing flying cars and refrigerators that talk to you and vacuums that can vacuum the floor by itself and transhumanism, that means it must be in the prophecies. It must be in the Bible, right? So why ain't nobody talking about it then? Nobody's talking about this stuff. Nobody. Because y'all scared. All right. It says such codes as he was working on creating diagrammatical representations of equations and are called endocrines. At the end, I have linked an article which is published in the journal Physics World, which he describes these. And so we get into it. Now, if y'all look it up, it is QUORA.com. QUORA.com. Look that up and y'all can really get into this article, and it is very deep, family. It's a spiritual and history book. Exactly. That's why the mind must be renewed. Great points, mighty man. All praise is solid truth too. Let's get it, man. All right, so we got that. Let me get off of that. So for y'all that want to go check this out for yourselves, it is QUORA.com. I'm gonna go get up out of this. Read that already. All right, let me get up out of this, and I'm gonna get back to where I was at. All right, now let's look this up. Now, as we see in this picture or this imagery, that the brain, my bad for using a white man, y'all, I know, that the brain, Natasha, may the Most High bless your hands for your generous offering, all praises. Look, now check this out. The brain is full of darkness, y'all. See that? That's why he must bring us from the darkness into the marvelous light. Y'all get that? Because right now we in darkness. This illusion have us in darkness. I know y'all like, y'all keep get to where you going, but we have to hit these steps before we get into these scriptures, because I have to paint this picture to show you exactly what's going on here. What's going on is crazy. It's mind blowing. You would never think that this really was going on, because it's all being hidden up under your noses, because you too attached to your five senses and living life through that and not living life through the spirit. We're gonna talk about, yes, silicone and why chips and look, what's crazy is that's what the Greys and the reptilians are made out of. They're made out of mercury and silicone, no carbon. They're not living, they're inorganic beings, man. Inorganic beings called artificial intelligence, trying to make us into AI. It's exactly what's happening, man. Look at the brain. There's no light in the brain, so how are we seeing light? We're seeing this by electricity. You are electrical, family. Let me show you what you are. You think you really this flesh? Let me show you what you are. This is exactly what you are inside of this realm. See, we always thinking we flesh. This is you right here. You are literally a brain or a central nervous system built into a spinal column or a spinal cord. Inside of this is nothing but electrical cords. This is what you are. This is what you are. Your skeleton bones, your organs is what you perceive through your senses. Your bones is a skeleton that protects this, and the skin protects the skeleton. Everything that's on top of this layer is nothing but a protection to this. And this is not even you, y'all. You are the electrical impulses that move through this. So if all of this is fake, then who are you? Who is perceiving this? You are literally nothing but a central nervous system and a spinal cord. That's it. You be looking in the mirror, putting on makeup, doing your hair, brushing your chin. That ain't even you. Look, this is literally a matured sperm cell. Y'all see the head of the sperm? Y'all see the tail of the sperm? Huh? Original computers. Exactly, Blue. That's it. That's it. Huh? Original computers. You are nothing but a matured sperm cell, family. Who were you before you was in your father's nutsack? So you telling me you didn't exist before then? Stop it. Mally did a class on it. I did several classes on it. You see what I'm saying? You are beyond this. Beyond this. That's deep. I never heard anything like this before. Katori Israel, I'm telling you, just stay tuned into this lesson. It gets deeper and deeper. I'm just scratching the surface right now. Look, what's crazy is I write a lesson and don't do it until months later, and I re-go over the lesson. It'll blow my mind. Like, this stuff is mind blowing. You see this? It's all you are. Everything else protects this. Well, guess what this is? This is literally nothing but 100 trillion cells full of electrical impulses. You are nothing but light frequencies. You are a light beam, and we can prove this with science. This is nothing but electrical impulses moving so fast, and it's sending this illusion to your senses, and it makes up your reality. Well, what happens if these error-corrected codes made a gateway for demonic forms to enter into you? And that's what's happening here. That's what's happening. Organic computers and all these aliens and demonic or inorganic. Do y'all realize a demon is inorganic? The angels, the watchers, fell from the heavens, and they had sex with our ancient foremothers and created giant beings. These giant beings, spirits, or what we call demons. That's an inorganic species. That's why Most High said his image and his blood would not dwell with man for long, because they mix their primordial immortality blood with physical things. That's how you create inorganic species. Giant pineal gland. That's all it is. We're going to talk about that because I'm talking about light. That's the only thing that see light inside of this reality is your pineal gland. And it sees beyond these frequencies. Everything is in codes and frequencies, family. Let's look at another picture. Y'all done got me started now. I'm warming up. Oh, snap. Look at this, y'all. It says the nervous system. That is us. Hey, look, hey, check this out. Yeah, demons are nothing but viruses, man. Biohacks, man. That's all they is. I call it parapsychology, man. A lot of people need to go to parapsychology to get, a lot of people need spiritual detoxes. Get these damn flukes and demonic worms up out of their bodies. That's what's going on. Look, It says the nervous system. This is us. The rest of the body is an organic spacesuit. How long I've been saying this, y'all? I've been saying this for years, man. When I first started teaching, I've been saying it. It says the rest of the body is an organic spacesuit worn by this creature to live on this particular rock revolving around a star that we call Earth. This is all you are. Hey, look, don't this look like some Area 51 type stuff, man? Hey, this is funny, man, because it's so true. But people don't even, and we always talk about alien grays and reptilians. Look at how you really look. Huh? Hey, Valley crazy, man. Hey, look, so look, it's a brain, which is the central nervous system. It's meridians, which is nerval spleens, and then you have the actual spinal cord, and then you got the eyes. All of this is what your body makes up. This is really what moves your spacesuit. And look, this ain't even you. I'm saying it goes deep to that. It goes deeper than this. You see that? You see that? Now, if we got some understanding, some overstanding, and some understanding before we keep going, type in some nines and we'll keep going. I just need to make sure y'all with me. My bad for laughing, man. That's just funny, man. Mally on her, boy, got me bugging up. That dude crazy, man. Not even on weed, Doc. Straight up. Y'all see that, though? One soul of life. Shalom, shalom, queen. Yeah, ugly. Hey, look, why y'all be in the mirror? This is what y'all really look like while y'all be trying to comb y'all hair and put y'all wraps on and put in y'all cute earrings and all of that. This is what you look like. And look, when we lay down with y'all and y'all lay down with us, guess what's getting the pleasure? It's not the flesh. It's this little entity right here that's getting the pleasure through electrical nervous system. How you think you have an orgasm? How you think a man actually ejaculate? All of that is due through impulses and electrical wave theories, y'all. So this is what you have sex with. Y'all think y'all having sex with this beautiful, brilliant, stern man and this beautiful, elegant, curved woman. No, y'all having sex with spinal cords and nervous systems. That's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. Honest to God truth. All right, let's get it. Let's get back to it. We're going to do one more and then we'll get back to these scriptures, y'all. Do one more. All right, so this is what I was talking about with the light frequency. And then we're going to show. So this is what happens, y'all. Y'all see the man. Y'all see the man, right? Y'all see his entire head. Y'all see his brain is inside his head. Y'all see his eyes. Well, he's not receiving light. Y'all see where my mouse is at? This is what he's receiving. He's receiving electrical impulses. And then the next image is going to show how he visualizes light. Look this up if y'all think I'm lying. This is how he sees this light. See, his brain is completely dark, y'all. His brain is completely dark. You don't see light through the brain. You see electrical impulses, and the electrical impulses actually decodes the light frequency that pass off from the shadow. And then you make interpretation of what it really looked like. You don't know if this candlestick really looked like this candlestick. In the mind, it's what the mind project that it is. But what do it really look like? See, when we get up out of this prison, we'll be able to see like Adam and Eve seen before they got kicked out of the garden. But right now we're being controlled and biohacked. So you think this is a candle in the back of your mind, but this could be anything right here. This is what his brain interpreted that it is. Remember, the brain is in an isolated, dark place. There is no light inside of the brain. Y'all see that? Yeah, woe to the outer cup. That's right. Hey, look, Tootie, straight up. It make you change your whole perspective, don't it? All right, let's get it. You back to the lesson. I want to get into some Matthew chapter 6. Let me find where I'm at. I ain't here. I'm not there. Hold on, family. Let me find where I'm at, y'all. Give me 1 second, family. I done messed some stuff up. All right, here you go, right here. What is that? No, that ain't it either. Hey, what I do with it? All right, got it. Found it, y'all. All right, let's get it. So we done read the book of Genesis. We done got into Job about the earth was getting into the hands of the wicked. Now it's time to really start getting into what's really going on here. I want to go to Matthew 6. Matthew 6. Book of Matthew, chapter 6. Type in y'all nines when y'all get there, family. Book of Matthew, chapter 6. And we're going to start this off at verse 19. Type in y'all nines when y'all there. Yeah, Morpheus told this to Neo. Knowledge puffeth up. Yeah, knowledge do puffeth up, brother. You correct about that. Stop, I can't take it no more. I'm grossed out. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, once you really get down into what this really is, it's mind-blowing. Ain't nothing wrong with having a little laugh every now and then. That was funny. Because, like, we have really been deceived. And that's why he said, don't look on a woman for her beauty to lust after her, because you just looking with your senses. You're not even looking at what she really is. She's beyond that. She's a light being. She's electrical, and just like you are. All right, we're going to start this Matthew 6, verse 19. I'm going to blow it up for y'all so y'all can see it. All right. Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasure upon earth, where moth and rough doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. See, the reason why I'm taking y'all here, and the reason why Matthew was speaking on this, because he's like, look, don't buy into this illusion, because it's something beyond the matrix that's far more valuable. And that's your soul, that's your spirit. But we get caught up in these physical things that don't even exist anyway. These are all cold frequencies. Whatso a man think of, so is he. Like, this is literally a code, an error correcting code. So you can write something inside the frequency and change your whole outlook of your reality. Verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven. See, heaven is beyond this frequency. Heaven is beyond this flesh. So once you go beyond this, you go beyond the puppet master, the demonic puppet master. You see that? But lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasures is, there will your heart be also. So the question is where is your treasure at? Is it fixated on this body, on material things, materialism? Because that's where your mind frame at, and you will never be able to elevate because you're constantly stuck inside this matrix. You see that? Verse 22 in particular says, the light of the body is the eye. Notice it didn't say eyes, it said eye, singular. If therefore thy eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. Let's see this. Let's look this up. Let me come off it a little bit. Let me go up. Look up this word eye. Eye come from the Greek word G3788.
Strong's G3788. Ophthalmos.
You hear that? Ophthalmos. That's where you get ophthalmos from. Your thymus gland, your thymus lobe, ophthalmos. That's where eye come from. Now let's look it up though. Let me show you how we've been getting deceived, y'all. So when you actually look up the word ophthalmos, which is the Greek concordance, and blow it up, G3788, and you go down and you read it, it says the eye, metaphorical, the eye of the mind, the faculty of knowing. You see that? The eye of the mind, the faculty of knowing. It says the eye, literally or figuratively. It says by implication, vision, figuratively, envy, from a jealous stand glance, the jealous side glance, eyesight. So we see that this eye is talking about the eye, a singular eye, which is talking about the third eye. And this eye is what produces actual light. This is the only gland inside of your body that produces light. Well, this gland has been calcified due to the government, fluoride in our water, the food regimens they put us on, the mold spores they put in the air, the cancerous spells spells and cells. I'm gonna say both of them, spells and cells they put through your chemtrails, the relationships you in, the emotional body that you are failing to rise from. all of these things actually shut down his eye. And his eye naturally starts to calcify once you turn 12. Why is that? Is this part of the curse too, or what happened when Adam and Eve sinned? Because their eye were open, and then he noticed when they was in the cave of treasure, he's like, dang, boo, look at your eyes. Look at mine. I don't see you as I seen you before. You look totally different. What's going on? You see what I'm saying? Let's get back to it. I think I'm doing the right thing. If not, I can just do this again. Bang. Matthew chapter 6. All right, verse 22. Let's get it. All right, it says the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? You see what be going on? Huh? Do you see what we got going on here? So we see this illusion we under, and we see what we must see through now, y'all. We see how we have to escape from this reality. We have to raise our awareness and our consciousness above our sensory senses, because our sensory senses are actually keeping us locked down and keeping us in sin and keeping us in these different energy states or emotional states. Okay? Now let's keep it pushing. Let's go to Ephesians 6. This really is the climax of this whole lesson right here. Ephesians 6. All right. When y'all get to Ephesians chapter 6, type in y'all nines and we get this started. Well, Mally's still on here being a class clown, man. All right, Ephesians chapter 6. Tell me once y'all get there, we get this started, type in y'all nines, because I want to show y'all something, and I want to introduce a new word to y'all and show y'all what's really been going on. Type in y'all nines, family. Remember, this is called Unlocking Immortality. Unlocking Immortality. The demonic puppet masters. Yes, the eye of the mind. That's right. All right, let's get it. I'm going to start at verse 10. All right, verse 10 says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Now, let's look up this word wiles. If you actually look up this word wiles in this particular text, wiles, this is what it says. Let me know if y'all can hear this too.
Strong's G 3180, Methodiah. Methodiah.
Methodiah. Methodiah. When you look up the word wiles, it's a feminine noun, Methodiah. And it literally means cunning arts, to deceive, crafty, trickery. So we have to be able to withstand his trickery. We have to be able to withstand his deceits, his craft. See, because he's tricking you into believing that this simulation is real. So you buy into the bang. You buy into the struggle. You buy into something is wrong with your household. You buy into you ain't nothing. You would never be nothing. You buy into that you just a nigga and you not a light beam. You buy into evolution. You buy into the Darwin theory. You buy into dinosaurs never existed. You buy into chemic science. You buy into this illusion to keep you further from unlocking the real portals, which is you in the first place. Yes, which is a form of sorcery and witchcraft. You see what I'm saying? So when you actually read the word, it says, put on the whole armor of God for you can withstand the wiles of the devil. He's talking about his cunning arts. He's talking about his deceitfulness, his craft, his trickery, the same way that he tricked and host who? Eve inside of the garden. This is that same old serpent, that same old reptilian, draconian. It's that same old light being that turned wicked. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you get down into the actual Strongs, it says to compare, it says traveling over. It says treacherously, trickery, wiles, to lie in wait. That's what he do. He lie and he wait. He lie and he let you buy into that theory, and then he wait till you fall and you bust your head, and then you fall into another program. How many programs, how many eyes and veils going to have to be lift up for us to keep seeing. Then look, we so deep inside of this detrimental state, whenever Most High lift the veil, it's another veil he got to lift, another veil, because we have fallen, man. We are fallen man in this lowest state because we constantly letting these demons and these puppet masters biohack our entity, biohack our light code frequency. You see what's going on here? That's real sorcery and witchcraft. Let's get back to it though. Ephesians 6. King James Version. Quick view. I'm gonna learn how to work this the fast way one day. Ephesians 6 and 10. Let me blow it up for y'all again. All right, it says, finally, brother, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God that you be able to stand the wiles of the devil. We see the word devil means trickery and deceiver. If you look up the word devil, it means deceiver. You see that? Now check this out. This where it gets so deep at family. I'm going to read this a couple times before we look these words up. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers. You see that? Principalities and powers. So it's powers that we fight against. Now, power means authority. Power means to rule, y'all. Now, remember, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, the rulers. I'm going to teach y'all a new word, though. Against the rulers of darkness of this world. Against spiritual wickedness in high places. High places mean it's not on earth. High places mean it's not on the ground, y'all. Where is high places at? That means to look up. So is it wickedness going on out in these other realms? Yes, it is. It's been that way since the beginning. That was the whole point of the paradise scheme, the whole paradise in the Garden of Eden scheme. And when I mean scheme, I don't mean something that was fakely false. I mean, that was the whole point of that whole program that Adam and Eve was in, to go forth and be fruitful and multiply and to exist inside of all this chaotic realm. Because remember, it was tohu and bohu. The earth was without form and void. You look up that word, it means chaotic, a desolate place, war, obscurity, angels and demons battling over the consciousness of humanity. Y'all ain't ready to talk about this. Y'all ain't ready to talk about this. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world. Now, he said of this world, this means if he say this world, obviously there's what? Other worlds, y'all. All we got to do is read between the lines. Of this world, spiritual wickedness in high places. Now, y'all know me. I like to look up words. Let me look up some words now. All right, let's look up these words. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. We know what that means, but against principalities. Now, check out this word principality, y'all.
Strong's G, 746. Arche.
Ooh.
Arche.
Ooh, arche. Arcade, arcanine, or archon, artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence, archon. Once we get into this, all right, look, let's get into it. Let's get into this. Let's look it up. This is the Greek concordance G746, arc. Now, this is principalities. It says we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, right? Let's look up what that means. Now, let's get to it. It's a feminine noun, means arche. Let's go down to it. It says the beginning, origin. So we are actually fighting against the beginners, ones that was here since the beginning. Is it talking about the fallen angels, family? Wasn't they here in the beginning? And as far as this lady's understanding that we've been bringing forth, you've been here since the beginning too. You see what that says? Beginning, origin. It says the person or thing that commenced, the first person or thing in a series. The leader. Wasn't Azazel the leader? And all the other angels came down and fell with him. And they taught us what? War. The art of war, the art of seduction, herbalism, making of plants, necromancy, speaking through the dead. Like the movie Inception. Exactly. Now check this out. It says the person or thing that commence, the first personal thing in the series, the leader, that by which anything begins to be, the origin, the active cause, the extremity of a thing, of the corners of a cell, the first place, principality, rule, majesty of angels and demons. Y'all see that? Of angels and demons, y'all. So that's where I fight it. I fight it against angels and demons, and they influence us and they biohack us. Y'all see that? So, and it makes sense because when you actually start getting into the scriptures, you see what was going down. Especially when you get to Ephesians 1 and Colossians, which we're gonna read, but you see Dubael. Dubael is an actual demonic entity over Dubai. Y'all know what Dubai is at? That's over there by Iran. Dubai. It's one of the richest places in existence. Dubai, ran by Dubael, which is a demonic entity. Then you got Asmodeus. Asmodeus is over Mesopotamia. Huh? He's a sex demon. You got Samael. Samael is over Rome and Europe. Huh? You got Kali. Goddess Kali is over Californication. I can keep going and going and going. So each of these municipalities have principalities over them. Israel is a principality. Israel means prince of the power. We are a principality in our own. We just so stuck far in this illusion that we don't realize that we're wrestling against things in a higher entity form. That's what's going on. If y'all got some understanding, overstanding, and understanding so far, type in some nines and we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Precept must be upon precept. Here a little, there a little. That's right. That's right. We finna go there. We going to Ephesians 6. Then we're going to go to Ephesians 1, 20 to 23. We're going to back it up with some Colossians 1 and 16 and smack it right on down with some Daniel 6 and 10. Those who are laughing at this message are foolish. I agree. I agree. This is serious, very serious. Like we all think that this is a game and that this is a movie, and it actually is a movie. You just on the wrong side. Start observing differently. You'll start seeing what's going on. Huh? In the end times, all of this is going to really come out. I ain't the first person that said this. Everybody that said this. This message has been passed throughout the world and throughout world's religions and throughout the world's Melchizedek teachings. Huh? I'm talking about through Buddha, through Hinduism, through shamans, through the Melchizedeks. This same message has been taught from eons from a lot of different people. So it can't be no lot of this. And the Bible talks about this, and that is the established official word of Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shah. You see what I'm saying? This is some real life stuff going on here. And this is how he control you, because he make it seem like that it's funny. He make it seem like that this don't exist. He make it seem like that it's all fun and games and jokes. That's how he tricks your mind into having you not believe in this. The whole time you smack dead in a simulation operating through your emotions, which is energy and motions through your five sensory senses, and you don't even realize that your body don't even exist. Your mind created your body. You are mind. You are thought form. You are way bigger than what you project yourself to be. You see that? Let's really talk about this. Strong Concordance. It says beginning origin. Use absolutely the beginning of all things. So we wrestling against part of the creators that fell from the heaven. They knew all of creation. So of course this simulation is real. Of course the trickery seems baffled. We don't even know we in it. We fighting against some mastery artists here. Those that are highly skilled in witchcraft, highly skilled in blood sacrifice rituals, highly skilled in illusion and trickery and falsehood, highly skilled, y'all. That's why we must put on the whole armor of God. You see what it said? Archon. Let's look up this word again. Arcade. Now let's look at the word arcade. Now check this out, y'all. Follow, bear with me here. Go to the strong. All right. Angels and demons. Now look, when you actually go to this root word, it says what?
Strong's G 756. Archimai.
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 Archimai. And then the other one is that it's called archon, artificial intelligence, middle voice. Now look, when you look at archimai, it says to be first, to do anything, to begin, to be chief, leader, ruler. Then it says the rulers of darkness of this world. Isn't that what we read? We wrestle against the powers, the rulers of darkness. Begin to make the beginning. Archimai. It's middle. It says through application or proceedings to commerce. In order of time, rehearse the beginning of thing. Like, well, I'm not making this stuff up. Now, look, check this out. We can actually look this stuff up, family. I ain't got to make none of this up. Check this out. Let's go over here with it. Let me show y'all something. Let me blow this on up. Oh, can y'all see that? That says Gnostics Archons. This is where this word come from. Type in y'all nines if y'all see my picture. We got to read through this because this going to blow your mind. This going to blow your mind. Type in some nines if y'all see this. Darkness was on the face of the earth. Look, yes, Corey. Hey, look, you already know, boy. Hey, we did a lesson on that. And you look at the word darkness, it says obscurity. You look up the word face. Face means angel, seraphim. Darkness was on the angels of the abyss. You look at the word abyss, it's talking about eons. Like it's some deep stuff that was going on, but you reading it in the English and not getting the Hebrew understanding of it. So it got you kind of, jagging and lagging in your mind frame. Check this out. Gnostic archons. Remember, the word was archaeum. Now, the root word is archons. It says a late antiquity. I think I said that right. Some variants of the Gnosticism use the term archon to reveal to several servants of Demiurgy. Now, this actually gets into demons or the creator God. Now, once you start getting into this, you will see that, look, you will start seeing that it's two different creations that took place. The Most High created absolute goodness. Everything he created was good. But we got another creation that took place. It's called sinful bodies or your senses. That's created to lust after the things of the world. That's created to follow your penis and your vagina. You want to have sex all the time, or you want to be a glutton and just eat away everything. You're pleasing a flesh that don't even exist. You look at the word flesh, it says sumo. You go back to that, it's carnality. The carnality is not even a fleshly things. It's just the opposite side of the positive mind, which is still a thought form, family. So even your flesh is not even this physical substance that you think it is. Even your flesh is not this physical substance that you think it is. All these are frequencies, energies, bandwidth, like the internet. Y'all know how the internet works? The internet is the connection of neurons, the connection of electricity in the air. You need a modem. Don't nobody trip off the modem. That's why I came on late, because the modem was tripping. You see that? The modem is the projector, right? Then you have the electricity in the air. We don't see that. We only know that the modem works and the electricity works when you plug the etheric card in, the internet card in, and then you see it on your computer screen. That's the simulation. The computer screen is the fake reality. The computer screen is the simulation. But where did this computer screen and this frequency come from? It comes from this non-existence or not visible to the naked eye electricity we can't see. Only thing we see is the modem and the computer screen. We do not see the inner workings here. The inner working is the real you. That's the perceiver. That's what's going on. Well, guess who's biohacking into that and who's banging with that? These hierarch principalities, which is on this same wavelength. You can't see them with the fleshly eye. That don't mean that they there, that they not there. They there. Just like if you blow a dog whistler right now, just because your ears is not tuned to the frequency don't mean you don't hear it. Blow a dog whistle right now. A human can't hear it, but dogs will start barking all up the street. It's all about frequencies. And when you match that frequency, now you come into that reality. And this is what happens with demons. They are so technological further than us. They know how to match the frequency because this blood came down from their ancestral bloodline, which was the Anunnaki or the fallen angels. Do you see what I'm saying? So let's put internet into perspective. Huh? Just put internet into perspective. That's what this is. That's how this simulation works. If I'm on 95.5, listening to smooth jazz on the radio, my frequency in my ear is tuned to 95.5. I don't know what's going on 100.3 The Beat, which is a hip hop station. That don't mean it's not playing though. All I have to do is change my frequency on my radio station to what, 100.3 The Beat, and now all of a sudden I'm tuned into that frequency too. Huh? Where is this coming from? This is coming from electrical bandwidths. This is what you are. You electrical. You're not physical, y'all. You have bought into this idea. And the moment you buy into the physical parts of your idea, that's the moment you become one and one with your enemy, which who we call Hashatan, because he's going to do everything to control you because he's the demonic puppet master, and your five senses or the strings, and this so-called fake body that you think is real is the puppet. If you don't understand that, please tell me now so we can simplify it and we can keep going. If you don't understand nothing I just said, let me know. If you do, type in some 9s. If you don't, type in some 7s, and we'll keep this teaching going. I really hope y'all receiving this. Huh? Y'all receiving it. By the way of what? Via waves, via frequencies. You see what's going on here? What do you mean? Please explain 317. You talking about the actual numbers? How do we now? Look, Serafina asked the question I've been wanting y'all to ask for the longest. How do we change the frequency? That's what I'm gonna end this lesson with. That's what I'm gonna end this lesson with, Queen, because that is the mother of all questions. How do we change the frequency? How do we match higher vibration? I'm going to tell you, first off, keep his commandments. We already know that's first. Second off, you must be planted and be rooted up in the faith. Third off, you must use these senses to do good with. And we're going to talk about that. Before we keep going, Edna Davis said, please explain 317. If this has something to do with the lesson, please let me know so we can explain it before we keep going. If not, I can break down them numbers for you once we're done with this lesson. I'll be happy to do that for you. Man, this is heavy. Yeah, it gets heavier. We ain't even into it yet. We scratching the surface. It's going to be like a 2-part lesson, I'm telling you. What we got going on? What's the way to leave and get back? Hebrew Law, that's what we're going to lead this off on. And it's going to lead into a lesson 2. Lesson part 2. Because it get deeper and deeper. Because I want to really get into how they use our senses for bad. Like David was used to lust, to kill, to lie. You see what I'm saying? Samson was used to lust, to kill, to lie. Like if you start seeing how these biohack parasitics that we call demons hack us and have us doing they will, because they need a body too to project in. But remember, they can't exist inside of this realm too long because they're not made of carbon. They made of mercury and silicone. They're artificial intelligence that was created from the byproducts of hierarchy angels falling and having sex with humans, created artificial intelligence. That sounds crazy. I know it do, but I mean, prove me wrong. You can prove me wrong. I stop teaching right now. I won't even never teach another lesson in my life. That's how confident I am about this research that I've been doing for years and years and years. Dre asks from 317. Well, have him re-ask that. It don't. I was asking if it stayed in the. That's all. Oh, okay. This is why Yeshua said, me and my father are one. Okay, yeah, look, don't stop it. Hey, look, don't look, y'all be spoiling the lesson. You on point. All right, let's get to it. Let's read through this real quick. All right. It says the creator God that stood between the human race and the transcendent God that could only be reached through gnosis or knowledge, hidden knowledge, or what they call esoterics. It's all it means is hidden knowledge, y'all. In this context, have the role of angels and demons in the Old Testament. Y'all thought I was lying? Didn't we just read this though? Hey, Ephesians 6 back this up, family. Ephesians 6 back this up. Ephesians 1, 20 to 23 back this up. Colossians 1 and 16 back this up. Then you have stories with Daniel 6 back this up. It backs all this up. I'm speaking nothing but scripture. Look, it even goes further. The Egyptian Noxus, yes, the Kemetic, they was talking about the same thing. You see this word Zabaoth, Edenayas, Elias, which we call El Elyon. You start getting into these different names, and this is where all these things link to. Whenever you see Yod Hey Wah Hey, guess what you see? You see the byproduct of his children too. And his children, whether we want to accept it or not, or angels, whether they fallen or not. And isn't we his children in a fallen state? Huh? Oh man, we got to talk about it. Let me get up off this. We're going to shut that down. Go into a few more pictures since I'm already in here. And we'll get back into the Ephesians 6. All right? Now check this out. Excuse the white man here. I like to watch him. He teach nothing but science. He's speaking a totally different other language, but you know what I'm saying? He got a few in English, but look, I like him. You know what I'm saying? I resonate with his spirit. He resonate with mine. Now check out what he's standing in front of. He's standing in front of a brain, a neural brain, a tonic brain, and from this brain is perceiving light wave frequency to his eyes, and his eyes is looking at this eye is looking at the universe. Now check this out. Do you realize we don't even see all of the world as it is? Our eyes are so limited, y'all. Let me show you how you've been getting deceived this whole time. So the body of Adam and Eve had originally was divine flesh. Exactly, because they were able to procreate before the fall. Yes, sir. And that's why we're going to be able to procreate in the kingdom of God. Exactly. You got it. Solid truth too. Most definitely, brother. Total agreements with you. Let me explain this first before we even get to this picture. Let me explain something to y'all real quick. Hold on. I'm not done. Next time I'm going to have this lesson all the way prepared. I know I'm kind of looking janky here. It's all good though. It says, so look, the human eye only see 4 in 10,000 to 7 in 10,000 of a centimeter of all what really exists. That's like looking at the universe through a pinhead. You see that? The human eye only perceives and sees 4 in 10,000 to 7 in 10,000 of a centimeter. Huh? This literally means you're trying to look at the whole universe through some eyes that's the size of a pea. That's the size of a pea, even smaller. You ain't seeing what's really out here. Your brain is making educated guesses. This cup is not a cup. That bottle is not a bottle. That computer is not a computer. This is what your brain actually make a psychological guess, a hypothesis of what it is. You be fooled in your seeing and deception every day. Every day. You see that? Now, since we just said that, y'all screenshot this if y'all need to. Write this down and look it up. So since we only see this small, let me show y'all something. I want to show y'all something. And we'll keep it going. We get back into these scriptures. Now, let's put this into this type of, what they call it, a synopsis or something like that. I think I said it right. Now, look. This is a block. Say this whole entire block is the universe. I want to play a quiz game with y'all. Y'all down for a quiz game? If y'all let me give y'all a quiz real quick, type in some 7s and we keep this going. Manifesting your reality. Yes. What so a man thinketh, so is he. If y'all ready for a quiz real quick, type in some 7s and we can get started. I got something for y'all. Exactly, Mike Ayel buying Israel. We're going to be seeing some stuff that we can't even make sense of because we are beyond the senses. You see that? We're going to be seeing stuff that don't make no sense to us because we operating outside of the senses. It ain't supposed to make sense. We always trying to make something make sense. Sense is connected to soul. Soul is connected to soulish. Soul is connected to self. Self is connected to ego. Ego is connected to pride. Pride is connected to Satan. And Satan has some baby demons that we call biohackers and parasites. You see how this goes? This is a chain theory of BS that we have bought into. I don't want it to make sense. I'm beyond sense. Now, since we know that we only see through this little bitty centimeter of life that what it really is, this whole thing that y'all seeing there on your computer screen, this is actual the universe. This little slot is all we see. This is all we see, this little slot. Can anybody tell me what's inside this little slot? Anybody? Can anybody tell me what's inside this little slot? Anybody? Anybody? First, somebody make a guess. Can you tell me what's inside this slot, y'all? Because this is the universe. This is what our eyes see. If your eyes is correct and you see like Adam and Eve seen, you should be able to tell me what's inside of this slot. I'm waiting. An elephant, an alligator, skin of wool, an elephant, a monkey, looks like a garden, looks like an elephant skin. All right. Y'all on to something here. Now y'all see, but do we see the whole elephant? Do we see the ears? Do we see the tail? Do we see the husk? A dinosaur, a human skin, somebody crusty ass feet. Hey, man. So look, let's break this down. So when you actually get to the actual image of what it is, this is what it shows you. Y'all were correct. It is an elephant. But could you tell what the elephant looked like? You see how your minds work? Could you even tell what this elephant was? You never seen his eyes or none of that. So you're literally looking through a peephole and calling this all existence. And you only see this when all of this exists. Huh? All of this. This universe have a husk, have a trunk, it have legs, have a tail, have ears. Do you see how deep this is? An artificial universe. Exactly. See how our minds work? Exactly. Y'all, if y'all seeing how complex and how deep this is, and how much if we have fallen as mankind, type in some sevens and let me know. We can keep going. This is how much we have failed. And by the way, y'all, his name is Ahmad. Ahmad, look him up. All we seeing is percentage. We not seeing what's real, but you gonna tell me you don't know what I look like. You don't know what I don't know what y'all look like. I know you by your five senses and my five senses. Without my senses, I don't even know what you are. Once you really put this in perspective, it is mind blowing. It is mind blowing. All right, let's cut this off. Should I do one more? Should I? Let me do one more. Oh, look, and this was actually supposed to be my my picture, my thumbnail for this whole lesson. But the internet was tripping and I got on late. But yeah, don't it just look interesting? Like, I wonder what this talking about. And these are talking about this artificial intelligence. This is an inorganic species right here called a demon. You see that? That's an inorganic species right there. Don't fall for the trickery of this parasite. This is a parasite, a bug-eyed parasite that biohacks you to do his will. Michael Ben Yisrael said, boy, we messed up bad, y'all. Hey, straight up. Hey, man, we messed up so bad. Out of sight, out of mind. If it don't mind, it don't matter because matter doesn't exist. Yes, sir. Let's keep it going. All right. Let's get back to these scriptures. I was in Ephesians 6. We weren't done with that at all. We blow this back up for y'all. All right. We back on Ephesians 6. We looked up the word archons. So when you look up the word principality, it is arche. You look at the word arche, it is arche-me. You look at the word arche-me, it is archon. You look at the word archon, and we read about what archons was. It's these artificial intelligence that biohack your five senses and have you doing works through your five senses that is of them and not of Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. And Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh is beyond the matrix. He is not in the matrix. I need y'all to literally understand that. So now we get unlocking immortality, because immortality have nothing to do with this flesh and blood. Flesh and blood would not inherit the kingdom of God. But what you do while you in flesh and blood actually have a karmatic field energy sowing and reaping to your soul. And your soul exists when you choose to observe it. You see that? It's getting deep. Get back to this 6. get back to it real quick. Ephesians 6. All right, we're going to start from 12 again. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. What do principalities mean? If y'all been listening, what do principalities mean? Anybody, somebody, anybody out there? Anybody. What do principality mean in this Greek concordance? I call it the Nebuchadnezzar effect. Boy, I like that, Hosea. How was y'all, boy? That was a good one. I like that. I'm going to start calling it that too. I'm going to follow your league on that. The Nebuchadnezzar effect. Is anybody listening to this lesson? We just went over what principality was. What is a principality? This is live Shabbat class. Come on, Mally, man, you don't count. How Mally just gonna come? You don't count, Maccabee. You're part of the teaching. You're a teacher. I'm talking to the people that learned it, man. Well, he just spoiled it for y'all, but it's an archon. And what an archon is? Okay, first demons, rulers. There we go. Yeah. Beat me to the punch. Any more? It was plenty of words that was connected to archon. Rulers, powers, beginning, rulers from the beginning, ruler. Who are these rulers? Huh? What are these rulers? Who are these rulers? Everybody but Mali. Who are these rulers? Authorities, angels, powers, demons. There we go. Wickedness in high places. So I see artificial intelligence. Y'all learning. Elder rulers. Other worlds. Good job, y'all. Me and Jay are bugging up. They were the fallen angels, Azazel and his crew, Samael and them. Angels, demons, AI from the beginning. There we go, fallen ones, archons. All right, we can keep it pushing. All right, it says, this verse 12 again, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. You see that? It says, wherefore, take unto you the whole arm of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. See that this fight is, man, eternal. Y'all thinking it's flesh and blood. Look, y'all literally think when somebody run up on you and pull out their gun, it's them. They are being biohacked by an archon to do an evil deed. So where is the fight at this time? Where is the fight at? Is it you and this significant other, you and this other individual? Or is it what's on this physical? The spiritual misfits. I like that too. Or is it the spiritual misfit that have predicated himself upon the individual? Huh? Now, we ain't gonna get into the whole thing because that's in the next lesson we got about the feet. So let's keep it moving. So we're gonna go there and we're gonna show the way out. Let's go to, I want to do this first. Let's go to Ephesians 2:2. Ephesians 2:2. Let's get it done. Make sure y'all writing all this stuff down, family. That way y'all can re-go over y'all notes. Ephesians 2:2, type in y'all names when y'all get there. We're gonna read 1 through 3 though. Yeah, we gotta fight with everything we got. We so stuck under this mass perception that we think we become like, look, this is how crazy it is. We leave from Christianity. Well, look, I'm gonna tell you how I live. I went from Muslim to Christianity. I went from Christianity to Kemet. I went from Kemet to Hebrew. I always knew I was a Hebrew though. Went from Kemet to Hebrew, and then I went from Hebrew to Hebrew Christianity. Now I'm finally getting up out of the matrix. That's how many levels of deception it is. You think you coming into the truth, and you coming into more lies. You coming into more lies. Just because you found out that you was a Hebrew Israelite don't mean a damn thing. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. Huh? All that means is now responsibilities is on you. That's all it means. You see that? Went from Muslim to Christianity. Christianity to deep Kemetic science. Kemetic science to Hebrew Christianity. Went from Hebrew Christianity to Hebrew. Now I'm just like, look, I believe in Yod Hey Wah. I know my body is simulation as a part of the Hebrew, but look, my spirit been here since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I'm operating on a totally different frequency now. I'm not getting caught up in no name games and what his name is. We don't know what his name is. We can't even speak his name inside of this existence. It's beyond, it's uncomparable. You can't compare it. You can't contrast it. You can't put it to nothing. You can't describe his name. He is unnameable. He is unnumberable. He is omnipotent, all present, and above all. So I'm done with all of that. You see what I'm saying? Yes, Hebrew Christianity. How you stuck in another illusion. Just because you know you a Hebrew and you keep feast days don't mean your ass getting the kingdom of God. But that stuff we got to talk about. No, I'm sure ain't no Gentile heathen. And you know what I'm talking about, Malik. I sure ain't no Gentile heathen. I'm a light being. That's what I am. And inside of this simulation, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. And I get promises and stuff to the kingdom, but I'm a light being firstly. I'm a light being firstly. I've been around. We all been around before Abraham was even called a Hebrew in Genesis 12. Little do y'all know. But we did a lesson on that too called Abraham and Star Seeds. You see what I'm saying? The great I am. Yeah. You can't even name him. And we are part of that. That same spirit he breathed into us. And the spirit is eternity, has been here forever, meaning you've been here for forever. Like let's quit playing the mind games with each other. Like I just turned 30. Yeah, this simulation just turned 30. I've been in the simulation 30 years. I've been in existence since the beginning of existence. And been existing since it was existing. Hope y'all got that. Galactic priest, order of Melchizedek, a cosmic order that's been around for eons and eons and eons. Exactly, Ancient of Days. That's who we attached to. All right, let's get it. We in the book of Ephesians, chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 1, family. It says, and you have he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein time past ye walked according to the course of this world. You see that? According to the course of this world, this illusion, according to the prince of the power of the air. According to the prince of the power of the earth. Remember principalities? Well, guess what the root word to prince is? Principality, prince. It's a prince over in each municipality. This principality is talking about Satan. It said the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. You know me, I got to look up words. Let's go to it. Now look, I want to show y'all something. The course of this world. Guess what it says? Cosmos.
Strong's G 2889. Cosmos.
So when it say world in the Bible, it means cosmos. So everybody, cosmos don't exist. Partner. Yes, it does. It's right here. G2889. That's what world means. It means cosmos. Yes, you are a cosmic being, brother. You only thinking about Earth, and when he talk about Earth, he say arets. We talking about cosmos here. We are cosmetic beings. We're cosmic beings. Cosmos, which means world. So for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, it's beyond just this simulation. Why do we narrow ourselves just to this? This is where cosmos come from, the cosmos, meaning everything in it, including the earth. Huh? Let's look it up. Hebrews Concordance. G2889, cosmos. Let's read what it says. It says, an opponent harmonious arrangements of constitution, order, government, ornament, decoration, adornment, arrangement of the stars, the heavenly hosts. Oh, so we are part of the heavenly hosts, huh? Haven't we been saying this? Huh? Haven't we been saying this? We get called esoteric teachings, teaching off doctrine, when this is all scripture. If people just start studying. Just start studying before speaking. Huh? The ornaments of the heavens. 1 Peter 3:3. The world, the universe. Hold on. I just highlighted that in blue, y'all. What do they say? Cosmos means what? The universe. Don't this earth exist inside the universe? We're not limited to this world. You've been here before this world. That's why he say cosmos, because you've been a part of that before the earth was even created. How do you think he's able to the demons are able to biohack your fake reality? The circle of the earth. Let's go down to the strong. It says orderly arrangement, declarations, by implication, the world in a wide or narrow sense, including its inhabitants. That means planet Netron, yes, that have Zupi in them, Anunnaki in them, all of them exist inside of the world, which is the cosmos. And you telling me reptilians don't exist, serpent seeds don't exist, shapeshifters don't exist, dinosaurs don't exist, and you only limited to Earth spectrum wave theory, and you only see a centimeter of the whole universe, and you telling me that these things don't exist, and you fail to realize that you don't even exist in this physical form. Stop it. See, these are the deep mysteries that they don't want you to know about, because they want to keep you limited to your body. Huh? They want to keep you limited to this deception or perception, which I call the deception perception. Let's really start getting in tune with what we talking about here, family. Let's get back to it. Ephesians 2. I'm going back, y'all. I'm going to figure out how to really work it. That way I ain't got to keep doing this. Ephesians 2. Y'all getting some understanding, overstanding, and understanding so far, family. Type in some 9s. And I'm going to do a part 2. If it ain't tomorrow, I will do it Monday to touch on everything else. But this will be like a 7-hour lesson if I try to do it all in one. So I'm not going to do it all in one. Exactly. Hey, Howard Brown, my Jamaican brother. That's why they artificial intelligence. They was created by angels and humans. When that DNA mixed, it actually created inorganic species called artificial intelligence, or who we call demons. And these are the facts, man. Or we call biohackers, or we call parasites, parasitic bastards. Huh? Demonic misfits. Okay, cool. All right, verse 2 again. It said, let me blow it up for y'all. It says, wherein time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in disobedience. Now, when you look up the word air, it gets into spirit, y'all. It gets into frequencies, man. And this is all talking about what we been talking about. You see what I'm saying? Among you have also have had a conversation in times past in lust of your flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind. See, flesh is the mind. It's just the wrong side of mind, y'all. And we're by nature the children of wrath, even as others. This really don't take too hard to explain. It's all right here. All you have to do is tap into it and look at what it's talking about. You see what I'm saying? Let me turn my camera. Hold on, family. Get up off of here. Give me a second, family. Pull back up. Bang. Back up here. Stop. Back. Boom, I'm back. Y'all see me. So was dinosaurs a product of the falling? Nuh-uh, dinosaurs wasn't. They wouldn't. Nuh-uh. We got lessons on that too. They wasn't. The demonic possession of the mind. See, we have to realize that God creation is infinite. It's open-ended. It's not closed at all. You are fifth dimensional beings. You literally have 5 different bodies you operate through every day. Your emotional body, your so-called simulation physical body, your spiritual body. All these are entwined and they all connected through your nervous system. Your nervous system is actually connected through your organs or your glandular highway. That's why your emotions have a direct effect on your 7 glances, or what they call the 7 churches, or the 7 lights of the candlesticks, or the 7 chakras, whatever y'all want to call them. Tomato. I'm not here to do name games. You see what I'm saying? But all of these things have something to do with you and to raise you and get you beyond the veil and beyond the matrix. We have been trapped inside of this. You see that? And what's the main thing that's trapped us in these bodies is history, which is his story. Only true history book we got is the Bible. It's the only book that talk about the genealogy when we chose to come into these physical beings, these physical points. And the reason why I say chose, because it was a conscious decision that Adam and Eve chose to eat of the fruit that got them here in this skin, this meat suit in the first place. You see that? We rely on these too much and we don't rely on this enough. That's what's been going on. And this is why the earth was given into the hands of the wicked in the first place. So the second part of this lesson is actually going to be how we unlock the immortality. This first class was just to build you up to that. To build you up to that. And remember, look up James Gates. And then in the second one, when I present the second, which is mind-blowing, the second presentation, we're gonna get into Edward Hubbard, who invented the Hubble telescope. We're gonna get into NASA, and we're gonna spell Illuminati backwards inside of the system, the transmission system, and push in the IlluminatiBackwards.com and push enter. Guess what's gonna pop up? The National NASA Affiliation Center. Like, you're gonna really start seeing, you're gonna see how they've been mining millions of miles deep within the earth for what? You're gonna see what's really been going on in this whole illusion that they got us under. You so distracted through your senses and through your emotions that you don't even realize, yo, hey, why he on his way back to slay the wicked and to rechange the program and to encode you with your immortal body. But you too focused on everything else. Preparation first. Con, can't wait to part 2. Australia has some animals that look like dinosaurs. Yes, yo, modern day dinosaurs. Yo, gecko lizard. Yo, what they call them? Bearded dragons. Yo, chameleons. All of these are the extensions. Nothing never literally be extinct. It only downgrades in DNA strand theory. That's all it does. Just like you have a higher you. Just like your immortal body kind of look like this body, but it's a different type of flesh that we read in 1 Corinthians 15, which is a part of the second lesson that we're going to get into. You see what I'm saying? Like, just like realize that you're in a simulation and that this stuff don't exist. Let me show you something real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get on my brainology. So this is a brain, right? This is what a brain look like. It's actually the size of a brain. Well, my head ain't this damn big, but it's actually the size of a brain. Y'all see it? We see the spinal cord. Oh, it's breaking apart. Well, I ain't gonna get him right now, but look, when this brain break apart, right, we can break this whole brain apart from the left hemisphere to the right hemisphere, for the parental lobe to the optic lobe to the thalamus to everything. Now, when you break this brain apart, you pull it all the way together. We say that this is where thoughts lies. We say this is where imagery lies. We say this is how we see and we perceive everything. Let me show you how spiritual you are. Can you break apart a brain? Show me where memory's at. Show me. Show me where happiness at. Show me. Show me where sadness at. Show me where you hungry at. You can't see these things because these things are the spiritual body perceiving and projecting through this meat suit that we call physical when it's not solid in the first place. Cut me open the brain right now and show me happiness. You can't do it. See, your spiritual body uses the brain to project through this prison we call Earth in this simulation. It's all fake. It don't exist. If it did exist, you'd be able to do brain surgery on my brain right now and cut it out and be able to show me my memories, show me my feelings, show me my emotions, show me my intentions, show me my intelligence. You can't do that. Only thing you can measure is what? Quantum neuromelanin transmitters. That's it. That's all you do, because that's what we perceive everything through. If I took your eyes right now, you can't see me. If I took your taste, you can't taste anything. Your smell, you can't smell nothing. Your feel, you can't feel nothing. And last but not least, your hearing, you can't hear Yaki. Then what are you? You become complete darkness. This consciousness that's just perceiving through this reality. Once you really understand that, you will see that this is not real anyway. What's the real you is what you're trying to get back to. You're just perceiving and you're doing a prison term because the sin that your forefather and foremother did in the Garden of Eden that we read about, and his body changed and his eyes changed. He don't see, nor feel, nor touch, nor taste, nor hear the same way he did before because his frequency changed. You see that? Dimensions don't exist, family. Frequencies exist. Huh? It can be a spiritual being right by me right now, and I couldn't feel it until I matched that frequency. You see what I'm saying? Once we really take this in and digest it and understand it for what it is, then you'll start being able to interpret this Bible for its true essence. That's all I'm saying. So this is part 1. Part 2 will be coming out shortly. Anybody got any questions? before we get up off of this line. Let me see what we got. That big brain looks just like mine. How you get my brain, Yaki? Hold on, Leanne. You got my brain now? Let me get my pieces. Let me get my pieces real quick. So Leanne got my brain over there. Yeah, I got a couple of them. Hold on. This is my another brain. Look, I study, y'all. There's another brain I got. See? This little baby brain. Little peanut head. Little short like a brain. You break it open, got all the names and everything. Like, we must start studying these things. And, you know what I'm saying? Notice the brain break down into 4 compartments, which represents the Garden of Eden. And it's a fluid that flows inside of all 4 of these pieces that we call the 4 rivers, Euphrates, and, you know, it gets deep and deep into the knowledge. But that's what's going on. Y'all got any questions before I get up off here? Question: how does the blind man see with no eyes? He see with no eyes because he have an eternal eye, an internal eye called the third eye, and it's called the pituitary gland. These are actually master glances. That's how a man see. And this is the only glance inside of your body that emits lights and receive light codes. It can emit photons and receive photons. Where do dreams fit in? We are in the dreamland right now. That's all this reality is. Notice if you lay down right now, your physical body, what we call the physical body, lays in the bed. But when you go to sleep, you're in a different body called the etheric body, and you be a totally different person. When you dreaming, you can be a pilot, you can be a Mortal Kombat master, you can be anything you want to be. Same thing here. If you apply your mind, you can be the same thing. But then you wake up and you realize it was all an illusion. Well, when you die and you leave this body in this simulation, you wake up, you'll realize that this is all an illusion. There's no difference between dream state and this state. It's all the same state. It's just a different band of frequency and energy. That's it. That's it. That one is subjects. But if your wife divorce you, do you cause her to sin? Your wife cannot divorce you. There's no such thing as that. If your wife divorce you, she is wicked as all hell. A woman cannot leave her man. That is nowhere in scripture. A covenant is blood bound and spiritual blood bound forever through the terrestrial body and the celestial body. See that? And that's all about being brothers and sisters until the kingdom come. So no, she can't divorce you. There's no such thing as that. Can Christ divorce you? Have he broken his covenant with you? No, we haven't. And remember, that was the great mystery in Ephesians 5. So no, a woman cannot leave you. If she leave you, that caused her to be an adulterer, and the death will be on her hands. It's nowhere in scripture. You can't find one scripture where a woman left a man. Can you interact with others too? You talking about in different dimensions? Yes. Does Enki and Ekel connects with the fallen? Yes, I knew. Let me show you something real quick. Well, I'll show you in the next lesson. But if you go to Genesis chapter 10, verse 25 in particular, and you start looking up certain cities, when you look them up in Hebrew, it says city of Anu. Anu is the fallen angels that helped constructed this matrix. That's a whole nother lesson we got. I've been working on it for a whole year. But you got to bring stuff out to the masses in certain times because y'all don't be taking certain information all the time. Well, y'all be like, this nigga Yaki is crazy and tripping. What else we got? I dreamed I was walking through walls and I saw lots of dry bones. You did walk through walls. No really such thing as a dream state. You're just in another frequency. Your mind was perceiving on another band of consciousness. You did walk through walls. Your etheric body, it shows you that this is fake. You can walk through anything because nothing is solitude. Nothing is solid. We used to, yes, we did. Yes, we did. We didn't have to speak with our vocal cords. Speaking is one of the worst things that actually happen to us because whenever we speak, we create. So we used to think, and people who had empathy, it's called the frequency of empathy, where they can feel us, and that's how we reacted with each other. They call it the language of the birds. I got a whole book on that. I know I'm waking up. I've been sending for a while. Something was wrong. Feeling like I was in the matrix. Yes, that's what we in. And through dreams. Yes, you're right. Can I see? Yes, you can see your whole. Can I see my room while I'm asleep? Yes, you can. If you ain't never noticed when you when your body is trying to, your spiritual body is trying to lift from your DNA, and they call it an outer body experience. A lot of people call it sleep paralysis or incubus and succubus, which is three totally different things. But when your body is trying to leave from that etheric cord, you realize that you sleep, right? But something's keeping you sleep. You trying to wake up, but you see everything around your room. That's your third eye being open. And then as soon as you wake up, only time I can wake up and say, in the name of Yahweh, Shema Mashiach Yahushua. That's the only time I can wake up and this demon leave. But I noticed like I seen everything around my room. So that means your eye was open. Not these eyes, but this eye was open. Lucid dreaming. Yes, I practice lucid dreaming all the time. Astral projection, all of that. Let me show y'all something. I'm already messing up. This is a good book I got. Hold on. I got two more. All right, this is a good book I got, y'all. It's called The Perception Deception, y'all. Make sure y'all cop this. Of course, chew the meat, spit the bones. Just go through it. It's a lot of material to read through, but you get the point when you get it. Perception, deception. Talk about the matrix, simulation. It's another good one right here. It's called Mastering Astral Projection. Very good book too. And look, all this you can find in scripture. Only a scary person is astral projecting evil. That's what I'm talking about right now. No, it's not. So what was it when Jacob laid down on the stones of the carbuncle and then he fought with God and he seen the face of God? That was an astral projection. We have too many things inside of scripture that shows you this. Only difference besides scripture and wickedness is wickedness was served to other gods, to serve Satan, but the rituals was the same. Do you know to even conjure up a demon, you need to learn Hebrew? Huh? We see blood sacrifices going down in the Levitical priesthood. You see, you have a pineal for a reason, y'all. You got to activate it. If not, it's going to shrivel up and it's going to die off. So, no, astral projection. You can't show me one scripture that says astral projection is wickedness. I actually got scriptures showing people who astral traveled through visions. What you think a vision is? That's astral traveling. Link it for me. Now, astral projection is not evil. What is true marriage? True marriage is you and a significant other becoming one, like Christ and Israel becomes one. The church in Christ becomes one. That's true marriage. And that's literally putting off all selfishness, and you realize that you don't exist, she don't exist. There's no you, there's no I, it's only us. That's true marriage. It's a blood-bound covenant by spiritual components. Yeah, I used to call it. They used to call dig, riding the witch's broom. All right, what else we got? Lucid dreaming. I spoke on that. When your flesh died. What else we got? A lot of Christians say spiritual powers besides Jesus is evil. I believe the same thing. I don't believe in powers outside of that. I even believe the bad powers that Satan possessed, the Mashiach gave it to him. If you read actually Colossians 1:16, all powers, all principalities, everything is up under him. He's the authority of all. So, you know what I'm saying? There you go, Mally. Yes, sir. It's all about attentions. Do you have to get marriage license to become one? No, you don't. We don't see marriage license in the scriptures, and we don't see them marrying nothing. We see they getting hit in some tents, and we see a celebration and a witness, and we see earrings, a bracelet, and a nose ring to be the token of marriage. That's all we see. And we see that the sex actually consecrate the marriage in scripture. So no, but if you choose to do that, hey, that's on you. Ain't no sin in it. You want to marry the state? That's what's up. Enoch and Isaiah asked her, yes, they did. Yes, they did. I'm glad you are here with us, and I'm glad you didn't take the deal. All praises. Riding the witch's broom, riding the penis to fly. Yes, same thing. Hey, I got some info on that too. It's all sexual energy. Is there a certain way a marriage ceremony should be held? I mean, you got a few of them in the scripture. You know what I'm saying? You got a few of them, but the marriage, binding the marriage is the sexual act. The ceremony is just showing her off to witnesses. That way another brother won't be trying to step to her because they know she's taken. Let me see. All right, I'm finna get up off here, y'all. I'll take 2 more questions. 2 more. What we got going on, family? 2 more questions. But hey, for y'all to keep asking about marriage, I did 2 classes on marriage. The last couple of classes called the Blood Covenant. That's one over marriage. Then I got one called the Spiritual Meaning of Marriage, which is on this channel, y'all. Yaki, have you ever seen an angel? I've seen many things, man. I've been seeing spirits since I was 7, so that's one of the main reasons why I got a 7 with 3 crowns on my head. I know I'm not supposed to be marking my body, but I've been seeing spiritual things since I was a child. So do we reincarnate to learn lessons? We don't reincarnate at all. We regenerate. We don't reincarnate. What your soul does while it's in this simulation, what your body does while it's in the simulation, your soul must have a judgment for it. So we don't reincarnate. We incarnate. We don't reincarnate, and we regenerate. Romans 8 and 11. Romans 8 and 11 talk about that. Romans 6 talk about that a lot too. Have you seen one? It's 1, 2, 3, 7, fail my faith. Me too. Hello, Janae said it, that too. Saying here started at the age of 5. That's what's up, Mike. I hear upon Israel. As an ordained minister, marriage ceremonies are used to merge corporations. True. Thank you. It's all good. So look, with that being said, look, I love y'all. If y'all got some understanding, and some overstanding, type in some 9s for me. How do you feel about meeting dead relatives, spirits and demons? You can't meet your dead relatives. We see a few occasions when somebody tried to bring somebody back. It wasn't who they was. So I don't think you can meet your dead relatives. I believe spirits can regenerate and spirits can be put on. See, now when we get into reincarnation, I believe the spirit that God gives you can go to somebody. Like I believe I had a spirit of David. Like for instance, Daniel Solomon. Like I think he had the spirit of Solomon. You know what I'm saying? Maccabee, the hammer, he got the spirit of that. So I believe in that per se, I believe in reincarnation of the spirit. But I don't believe in reincarnation of the soul at all. And I don't believe you see your dead relatives at all. Now, can you feel they bandwidth and frequencies? I do believe that. But I don't believe you can bring them back. And like necromancing and all of that. I don't get down with that. Because scripture tells us that it's totally off. Do I believe you can do that? Yes, I can. But is we supposed to be on that frequency? According to the light Torah teachings, we ain't supposed to be. What was I ain't even see your question, my queen. What was it? You skipped my question. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. Let me go back up. But don't you have sex? But you don't have to have sex to be. No, you do not have to have sex to be considered married. What y'all have to do is show me courting in the Bible. There's no such thing as courting in the Bible. We see sporting, but if they're your wife that was endowed to you, that was yours. Just like when Jacob or Israel, when she got done doing his work, he said, give me my wife, for I can come into her. Give me my wife, for I can have sex with her. She was already his wife before he laid down with her. So no, you don't. But the ceremony do consecrate it though. So I answered that for you, Ania. All right, what else we got? I met my uncle. Concubines, marriage company. A concubine is a wife. She just on a different level as your mistress. The English term mistress meaning the one you cheating on or the one you cheating with. That's not the case in the Bible. Your mistress is actually your head wife. But concubine and your mistress and your wife is the same thing. You still have to take care of her. You still endowed to her, and she can't be with nobody else. It's still your wife. She just I won't say beneath. She just play a different role inside of the household. Saul didn't see a demon. He spoke to a spirit of Samuel through. Con, I agree. Concubines, exactly. Not bringing that. Man, let me stay here. Christ come. All right, I think that's everything. All right, with that being said, all praises to Yahweh Hashem, Hamashiach Yahushua Barakatah. Forgive me if I missed any of y'all questions. Y'all know it's all love and pure intentions of heart. Pure intentions of heart. Love y'all indeed in truth. I'm up out of here. May y'all have a blessed for the rest of the Shabbat. I got a couple hours to get it in. So, hey, look, I love y'all, family. I'll be back with y'all within a couple days. If not tomorrow, I will be back at y'all Monday, depending if Mally do his Monday class or not. So, look, all praises. Be looking out for part 2. It's really going to be deep. Make sure y'all not getting biohacked out here. We unlocking immortality and getting up out of this matrix and this illusion and realize who the puppet master is. It's Satan and his fallen army. And don't let your 5 senses be the strings, and you bet not be the puppet. Shalom.